Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are. How is everyone? So we've got some people here already. Hello, Veganosaur with the first comment. What? Oh my god, what is going on? I don't want ads in the middle of my live stream. Okay, what's going on here? Delete ads, resume ads. Right. I don't know. Someone else might know about this. Hello, Martin. Marcos, wow, thank you so much. €20. This isn't about the money, it's a small gesture of gratitude. Your live streams and outreach mean a lot to me and help me feel less alone as a vegan. Thank you for what you're doing. Please keep going. Yeah, I certainly will. Your donation is so much appreciated. I don't know if you saw last week, but I showed everybody that I've brought a new drone. So yeah, I'm not getting enough to like sustain myself so I can do activism full time, but I am getting enough so that I can pay for, you know, things like equipment, transport, things that help me with my activism. So yeah, it does mean a lot. And, you know, there's a reason that I feel the same as well when I come on here and all of you guys are here. Yeah, it kind of feels like we're a nice community. That's why I call you guys my homies, because you know I feel at home with you guys. So yeah, it is appreciated. Hey Jason, Voldemort's turban, peer for the animals, VSL. Louis, how's it going? Lots of messages from Louis. God, I forget who I've already said hello to. I hope everybody can hear me. Jemmy's putting this back half an hour. What do you mean? Why am I putting it back half an hour? I always start at 7:30. Hello, Nilf. Hello, I'm Britta Barnes. Yeah, it's always this time. You freaked me out then. I was like, oh my god, am I supposed to be somewhere? does does Axel know something I don't? Oh yeah. You probably said that half an hour ago. Hello, Salad Fogel, and thank you so much for the membership donations last year. I'm so sorry that I didn't give you a shout out. We've also got Sabby Coops, Willow Blue, Pia. I don't remember who I already said hello to. And it's David. Hello, David. Audio's good. Fantastic. I think I've caught up. Oh no, not Dennis. Hello, vegan engineer. Another damn vegan. Yeah, I'm kind of worried because on my YouTube it said that I could like have ads on my videos for monetization, which is a good thing if it supports me. Obviously, I wouldn't turn them on if they're going to be like promoting stuff that I wouldn't promote, but I don't know what they're going to promote, so I've turned it on for now. Maybe I should turn them off just in case, because I don't remember, like, I don't imagine that like an advert for like Tesco lamb shank or something. But now that I've gone live, this is the first time it's done it. I've got like something at the top that says delay ads. So I'm kind of worried that you guys are going to be watching me and ads are going to be coming up, and then how will that work? I don't know. It's stressful. Shall I turn it off? Oh no, I can't, because I've already. Maybe I can on here actually. On the settings. Do ads come on during a live? I know that they'll maybe come on during like a playback. Maybe they don't come on a live. I've never seen one come on a live, but it's just concerned me that I've got the option to insert an ad. Oh, that's cool. Ads on vegan YouTube channels primarily feature plant-based foods, eco-friendly products. I approve. Yeah, I don't want them to interview. Oh, okay. VPM has ads on. So do they come on when she's actually in the middle of a live stream? Because I don't want them to interfere with the live. That would be annoying, right? I think it would be. Yeah, let me know, and maybe I could. You got 3 ads. What, during the live? Yeah, I don't know. I could turn them off. I mean, I put it on like medium because I don't want them to be like excessive. During the live, yes. Okay, so does that mean there'll be even more, like, you guys will be more delayed? It's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be really intrusive, but I'll tell you what, we'll have a chat at the end and see what's going on, and then I can turn it off. Jason is messing with me. Okay. I can't tell because at the beginning the ads come on constantly. I get a lot for seafoods. Yeah, I don't know. The only seafoods is that there are is like seaweed and yeah, and seaweed and what else, like algae and stuff. Are you joking, Jason? Are you joking me? Did you actually? Because it might be like proper delayed. It says I can. You know what? I'm gonna turn it off. It's just, yeah, it's stressing me out. I don't like it. Let's see. I mean, I'm not sure I can actually fiddle around with the settings anyway. Stream settings. Here we go. Get away. Edit. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe I'll turn them on after because yeah, I don't want them to interfere with the stream. Monetization. Here we go. Pre-roll and display ads are automatically inserted. So I'm assuming pre-roll is like automatic. No, I want them off. Okay, let's turn it off. Turn it off for now, and then I'm sure I can change it after. So right, ads should not be happening now. Okay, let me just catch up with the chat. Live chat. Where am I? Hey, Vegan Kaz. I met Vegan Kaz on the weekend at NARD. Very cool. Very cool to see loads of vegans in one place. It was an awesome day. I hope everyone had a very good NARD. And yeah, I feel like we did the animals justice, you know. All there for them. Oh, you pay for YouTube, so okay, it might be different for you then, David. Okay, well, there should be no more ads anyway. Okay, so yeah, shall we get started? So yeah, in terms of mods, I think I've got a few mods in the chat already. Yeah, just keep it really relaxed. So I'll just say that if people are like, if they put any like really like hateful messaging, like hate speech, like racism or sexism or anything horrendous, then obviously delete the message. If they continue to do it or spam, then they can be put on a timeout. But that's all I say. Kane's here as well. Very nice. So I think we're pretty much ready to get started. Oh, hang on. No, this is why I have a checklist. I've forgotten a vital step in my checklist, which is to paste the link. Bear with me 1 second. The link to the live, so that anyone on YouTube who wants to have a conversation can come on over to TikTok and have a chat about it. Yeah, so I'll be doing my usual times this week, guys. I'll be finishing at 10 p.m. Can't stay later. And I don't think I'd like physically be able to anyway, because yeah, I feel like NARD happened. I got home quite late. It was quite a long day. I did a speech, which I was pretty stressed about. So yeah, I got home late, and then Monday I was working, Tuesday I was working, and well, today I was working, and then I've just come home and I've literally had no like downtime. So Voldemort's turban. Yeah, that's down to the mods. If he's breaking rules, then yeah, that's good for bedtime. Yeah. I think it's a nice time anyway to finish it. I did stay late last week, and then after then it was just like kind of painful. I was really tired. And yeah, there was not that many people anyway. So right, so join the live here. Oh, thank you, Kaz. You're like one of the only people who have heard my speech so far, my NARD speech, because I haven't uploaded it anywhere yet. I haven't even watched it back myself. That's how, yeah, because I've just had no time. Right, let me pin this. Yeah, but my speech was mostly about trying to like motivate people to do like more on social media. I guess like my last one was about like activism. So this was, yes, I am going to post a video of my speech. This was yeah, more about like posting and overcoming like barriers when it comes to posting online. So yeah, I have, that's everything that I needed to do. So yeah, we can get started. I'll accept some guests up in a minute. Just accept David first. Hey, David.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. All the better for speaking to you. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. So NARD went well, I take it?
Yeah. Did you have a NARD in Canada? Are you in Canada?
Yeah,
If
we
you're in.
did. Yeah, I'm in Canada. Yeah, we
Oh,
we had
awesome.
one. It was a pretty good event. Yeah.
Did you speak?
I was asked to speak, but then someone else came in who has a little bit more experience. So I was like, okay, no problem.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sounds cool. But at least as long as it was a successful day, glad it
Yeah,
went well.
I might be coming your way for Solidarity Day, though. I don't know for sure, but
Ooh, interesting. I'll be
yeah,
there. I've committed. So yeah, I will be there.
nice, nice.
Yeah. Cool. Should we get started? Speak to
Let's
some
go.
non-vegans. So yeah, if you've just joined the TikTok, basically we're here to speak to people who aren't vegan, find out why that is, find out more about your ethical principles. So yeah, I'll accept guest requests. Yeah, I'm not here to, catch anyone out or, reveal any hypocrisy. It's a conversation. So yeah, appreciate if you're just honest and open-minded. You have to be 18 or over. So if you're not 18 or over, then you will get dropped. So yeah, but you're welcome to hang around, and stay in the chats, in the comments, and ask questions in the comment section as well. Someone said, "Can I be 16?" I mean, you can't come up if you are 16, but yeah. So first up, 60V David. Hello?
I'm not vegan because I like meat
Okay,
and
it's
I
a
suck
child.
dick.
Okay, let me just make a note. 60V David. Just so I don't accept them back up again. Cool guy. Hey, cool guy, are you over 18?
What'd you say?
Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
No, are you over 18 years of age?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good. Yeah, so before we get started, what's your understanding of veganism, first of all?
I believe veganism is a ethical stance in a diet,
Uh,
and
it's ethical stance, yeah. Do you know what the ethical stance is?
that we should minimize all harm and suffering and all animals. Well, not all animals, but majority of them.
It does do that, but the main thing is exploitation. So it's the ethical principle that we should live without exploiting other animals. So it's about avoiding
Oh,
that, but then in turn it does cause the least amount of harm and suffering as well. So would you agree that we should respect other animals?
yes, I agree.
Awesome. And do
I
you
feel
think that
deserve the respect.
okay, brilliant. And do you think that we can truly respect them if we are exploiting them for their flesh, eggs, breast milk, or for any other purpose?
I'll remember your question, but I will remember your question. But like, what do you mean by exploiting? If you don't mind, like just
No. It's
defining that.
I'm glad you asked. So by exploitation, I mean using them in a way that goes against their interests. So for our selfish purposes. So for their flesh, their eggs, breast milk, entertainment, testing, their skin, fur, feathers, those kind of things. Do you think that So do you think that if we are taking those things from them, that we can respect them at the same time?
Uh, I believe that we can actually take certain things from them while respecting them,
Okay. So then my question would become, let's say, cool guy, that you were being exploited for your body parts, for anything that your body produces. Could that ever
Um,
be respectful towards you?
um,
So let's say, let me just clarify, let's say you're being treated the same way as another animal who's being exploited, the same way as like a cow, pig, chicken. Do you think that that would be respectful towards you?
Absolutely disrespectful, but you
Disrespectful.
know, if,
Okay.
yeah, but like say it's just a normal barn, local barn where like they have chicken and they're, raising this chicken nice, feeding it, taking care of it, but just simply taking, some of their eggs. Like I feel like that would be respectful, but if you're like cutting off its limb and its head off, that's it's not respectful, and I agree with you on that part.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, if the chickens are being confined in a barn, they're not allowed to leave anywhere, you're taking their
Yeah.
eggs away from them, you're kind of viewing them as a resource, as a commodity, or as being there to
Well,
serve you, your interests. So,
Well, 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 well. To be honest, I feel like that's just a way of them paying us, because we're giving them better shelter, better protection. Because like if they were out in the wild,
oh, they wouldn't
predators
be out
might
in the
have.
wild. Um, because we breed them into existence. These egg laying hens, they don't naturally exist, they're domesticated. So it's like
Well,
we're
then,
bringing them into existence and saying, because you exist, you've got to pay me back. Well, they didn't choose to exist. They didn't choose this
well,
life. They never signed any kind of contract at all. It's like,
well, well.
again, cool guy, just imagine yourself in their position. Like,
But I
you're,
am, and I am. Listen. I am in that
okay.
position. We are like we haven't signed up
I
for
mean,
to be
yeah,
born. We didn't sign up for this, but we still have to live and go through the hardships.
to an
Like we didn't
extent,
sign up
yeah.
for this.
But cool God, that doesn't justify us inflicting exploitation onto others, right?
I agree. Yeah, that is true though. I'm not. That
I
is really true. I
Yeah,
agree
like I would
because
say
you don't
that.
have to live like this.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel the same way as you do sometimes. Like I feel pretty hard done by that I've been brought into existence and I have to,
Yeah.
like, go out and earn money and stuff to do what I want to do. And I think, that's pretty shit, but I don't think that that justifies me going out and exploiting other animals because it's the
I
same for
agree.
them. They didn't choose that. So let's say
Yeah.
that you had been brought into existence and you were kept prisoner and you were being exploited for your body parts, for what your body produced, for your reproductive organs, could that ever be
Mm.
respectful towards you?
I I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie. No.
Okay. So do you think that it's respectful to do that to other animals? If it wouldn't be respectful to
I'm
do
gonna just
that
be
to
honest.
you. Sorry?
I'm gonna just be honest. It wouldn't. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. It wouldn't be respectful to them.
Yeah, I appreciate the honesty. Okay, so since you agree that we should be respecting other animals and that it's not respectful to exploit them, do you feel that there's anything preventing you from being vegan and living in alignment with your morals?
Uh, to be honest, I feel like there's just one roadblock. Like, I don't really care about, tasting food. Like, I tasted vegan foods. They taste pretty good, actually. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that, like, I don't really feel like uh, I'm making a big difference whether I stop buying meat products or don't stop. I just feel like I'm not really making a big difference. So, if I
Mm.
go vegan, like, the world is just not gonna stay. It's just gonna stay the same. Like, same if I just shoot myself right now. Like, it's just gonna stay the same.
Yeah, I mean, some people. I used to have the same kind of mentality. Like, well, what's one person going to achieve? I might as well, carry on doing what I'm doing. But then, I thought about the individuals. So, when it comes to supply and demand, you may already be aware of this. So, every time you go out and you purchase a product that was made using animal exploitation, you're creating a demand for another animal to be exploited to replace that product. And so, when you go vegan, you're you're not creating that demand, and for the individuals who aren't being exploited on your behalf, it makes the world of difference to them because it's the difference between life and death for them. So how I would compare it is I would say, imagine if somebody came and I don't know, they assaulted you or they like burgled you and they said, well, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make a massive difference to, you know,
Mhm.
there's hundreds and thousands of humans who are having these things done to them every single day. So what's one more person? You would be like, well, it means everything to you as the victim, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, so it's just
Um,
putting yourself in the victim's position and thinking, what would I want if I was in that position? And then, treating others with the same kind of consideration and respect that you want to receive for yourself.
yeah, that's very true, Uh,
Yeah.
but about the demand and supply,
Mm-hmm.
if I were to buy a meat product, you said, um, I'm sorry, like, how much, like, say I bought like a pork product, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many pigs am I really killing if I like buy one per, couple months? Like, am I really just killing one pig or multiple?
Well, I mean, even if it's just one, that's still one
Yeah,
pig who
yeah,
was
I know,
exploited
I
needlessly,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they say that depending on where you're based, between 100 and 300 animals are exploited on your behalf every single year if you're not vegan. But that's just like a rough figure. So, yeah, but I mean, even
Yeah.
if you only ever ate one pig or one cow or one chicken, for them, it's their whole world, right? And you can kind of
Yeah,
relate, if you were in their position, you wouldn't want that to happen to you, right?
at all.
So let me ask, cool guys. So say if you were being exploited for your body parts, how urgently would you want your injustice to end?
Well, maybe can you maybe expand on that? Like, if they're using my hair, like they're going on my hair, then just cutting it to donate it, or like taking my blood, for example, that I don't need and other people need. then I
So
guess I could go with that.
yeah, so they're treating you in the same way as other animals are treated. They're viewing you as a resource or as a commodity for them. They're doing things against your interests and they're, taking from your body. And at the end, when you're no longer profitable, then you'll be taken to the slaughterhouse and you'll be slaughtered because there's no point in them continuing to feed you and take care of you
Oh,
because you're not making them any more money.
wait, so when a cow is no longer able to like produce milk or something, do they just kill it, or do they set like ship it out to farms or something? Like,
Yeah,
you
they send them to the slaughterhouse because
they don't send
these are
them
all.
to sanctuaries or something? Sanctuaries,
Mm,
is that?
I mean, um, in the odd occasion, I mean, there might be a case where a sanctuary does rescue an animal who's, no longer profitable anymore. But yeah, typically they'll send them to the slaughterhouse and they'll sell them for cheap meat because if they're not producing as much milk anymore, after in the dairy industry, for example, after 5 or 6 years, when the mother cow they've been forcibly impregnated every year, so they produce milk and they have their baby taken away, and then they're constantly milked.
Wow.
They've been bred into these bodies that aren't even natural anymore. Same as egg laying hens, by the way. They're laying 300 eggs a year naturally. Their natural ancestors would only lay between 12 and 15. So their bodies get so worn out so quickly. They get all of these health issues that they wouldn't naturally
Well,
get.
well,
So yeah,
do you think that?
they have a very short life. They get slaughtered after, for birds, chickens, egg laying hens, it's 18 months, and then the dairy cows, it's 5 to 6 years.
Wow. That is, I know cows and chickens live shorter, but in my eyes, that's kind of equivalent to like us taking a grandma that's like, that's cancer or something, and she's like very old and just putting her down. Like that's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, in nature, they would. That's just like literally a tiny fraction of their lifespan. Cows can live 25 years, and chickens, I believe, 10 to 15, off the top of my head. But yeah. So how soon or how urgently would you want your injustice to end if you were in this position? If you were being exploited for your body
Yeah, immediately. I
immediately?
just want.
So how many more animals should be exploited on your behalf from now? Do you think?
Uh, I mean, the way you put it, none, because it's kind of
None.
cruel, but
Yeah.
like if it's just like a local farm that's using sheep wool for blankets for cold children or something, I feel like that's the right thing. But if it's the killing them and the slaughtering like that, I don't agree with that,
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean, when
honest.
they're not producing as much wool and they're not profitable, it's the same fate for them. And, we can get blankets without shearing sheep. We don't have to take their wool that they grew.
Uh, that that is true.
Yeah, so you say that it should be zero animals being exploited for you from now on. So, vegan from now?
Yeah, I just don't know how to jump into it. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like not get enough food or something. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even eat that much anyway, like meat and stuff. I
Mm,
really don't. I mostly eat
yeah,
fruits and stuff. Like, I don't even eat meat like that.
yeah. I
It's
mean, I
just I
think if
go
you've
to my
got.
local. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go on. No, 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 you go. You
I
go.
just like anytime I want like meat or something, I get goat meat from my local farm, which is my
Mm.
uncle, and like he like he breeds them, like he takes care of them. He just gets
Until they
like
get slaughtered.
yeah, I know that's the thing, I know, but like he gives them a good life, like the cows. I met them. He has one cow named uh I forget, but it's his favorite cow, and he really loves it.
At what age
But
do the
I
goats
don't
get
I don't really
slaughtered, do you think?
I don't know. I actually don't know cow ages. Like it was a big cow, so I'm assuming it was old. I don't know how, like, because you said they live until 25.
Yeah, naturally,
So
but
like
they can reach like their full size at 18 months. So
18
yeah,
months,
they
really?
yeah.
Really? Their
Typically,
full
yeah,
size
cows
at
are.
18?
Yeah. Well, it depends what they're being fed. If they're like, grass fed, it might take up to 24 months to be full grown. But typically on farms, they get fed like grain and, things that are going to help them reach slaughter weight faster so they can maximize their profits. But yeah, I mean, I was just going to make the point that, if you say your uncle is giving these goats a great life, I think that in a way it's even it could be considered even crueler to take that from them because they value their life. They don't want to have that taken from them. And, in a slaughterhouse, or because goats are prey animals, it's literally like the most terrifying experience for them. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're all prey animals, so they all, panic. Um, but yeah, I think that just going back to, you said you wouldn't know where to start. I think that going vegan, you kind of need, as long as you've got the motivation and the desire, then you can find a way because, there's information and resources out there at your fingertips, right? You've got your phone. I can give you, I mean, the link here, you can screenshot this if you want. I've got something called Challenge 22 where you sign up to go vegan. They send you like recipes and they give you support for 22 days. You can ask any questions that you need. They'll give you access to a dietitian if you need it. So
Hey,
yeah, I mean, everything's
how
there.
how how diverse is veganism? I mean, because it sounds
What do
like
you mean?
you said they're giving, because you said you would give me recipes and stuff. Like, how many like meals, vegan meal, like, because we have ribs or like meatballs and stuff,
Oh
burgers,
yeah,
chicken wings.
yeah. I mean, you can
What do
literally
you
get
guys have?
like, yeah, you can eat the same foods. There's a vegan version of pretty much everything. Pretty much everything out there, you can get a vegan version. So I eat the same meals that I used to before I was vegan. I just switch out the like animal um, ingredients and then swap them with plants. So, like for example, I still eat like spaghetti bolognese and tacos and roast dinners, and I still eat, wraps and hot dogs and burgers and lasagna. I still eat all of these things. It's just instead of like the beef mince, I'll switch it out for like lentils or vegan mince. But yeah, I mean, it's very 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 easy to do it once you've got the will and determination to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really mind trying something new. Like I don't really mind it. I mean, if it gets too hard for me, then of course I'd like go to my resources, like that link, or
Yeah.
I already took a screenshot, by the way.
If it feels
Yeah, I
hard,
mean,
what I would say is think about what the animals are going through, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden, our difficulties seem a lot less difficult compared to what they're experiencing.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I was just gonna say, so on this link, there is the Challenge 22 that I mentioned. There's also a documentary called Dominion, and there's something called The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. And that kind of challenges our mindset, gets you to think. Um, I think that, would you be able to give that a watch?
Yeah, sure. I mean, is it just gonna be very, very long and boring? I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Um, I
Is
mean,
it
I
gonna
didn't
be
think it was boring.
educational?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, I
think
like
the
educational stuff.
yeah, the guy who does the speech is a lot more engaging than me. He's very like animated, and yeah, he's very entertaining to watch, in my opinion. So yeah,
All right.
I think so. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Um, yeah, David, did you want to? Oh, Chip said it's anything but boring. Yeah, it really kind of challenges like your mindset and stuff. So, if you're listening and you're paying attention, then I think it's very thought provoking. Um, But yeah, David, did you want to add anything before, or Chip? We've
Yeah,
got
I
Chip here as
I
well.
was just gonna say like the seriousness of this. Like imagine if it was your life on the line and
Yeah,
other people were discussing this conversation about you, and like how quickly would you want to not have to go through that process? Like just because they're a different type of being, just because they're a different individual doesn't mean that they don't value similar things that we value. You know,
yeah,
I want to live just as much as they probably want to live. They certainly don't want to be put in that position. And again, we have to look at necessity. Is it
yeah.
necessary? And if it's not necessary, then what the heck are we doing?
Exactly. Like it has to be necessary because you know, like a lot of animals out there just dying for no reason. Like I didn't really know, like I didn't really know like they're just being slaughtered as soon as they're like old and stuff. I thought they just took them to sanctuaries or zoos or
Not when
something.
they're old.
I didn't know they can.
They're still very young compared to how long they can naturally live. It's when their
Yeah,
bodies are
like
Yeah,
too like frail.
yeah,
Just to
like the
clarify.
yeah.
average age, I mean, albeit it's chicken, but the average age is, am I hot micing? Sorry,
There's a
sounded
slight
like I was
echo.
mumbling a bit though. So the average age of any animal that's taken is like 5 to 7 weeks old, and so the average age would be 5 to 7 weeks old. About 80% of the animals, so those are mostly chickens. Then you look at pigs that are about 6 months. Then you look at calves, maybe 3 months, depending if they're male. If they're female, maybe they'll be put into the dairy industry. So, like, we're what I say is quite literally, we're eating babies, like literally disabled babies, because they're all genetically engineered. They're all like bred in a way to produce as much weight and grow as fast as possible. Like, for example, the chicken on average would weigh about equivalent to 250 pound a human being at just 5 to 7 weeks old. Like,
What?
yeah, like we as humans have done this horrific thing to these innocent animals, and for what? You know,
Is
at the
that
end of
is
the
that
day,
even considered? So we changed their like genetic coding. Is that even
of
considered?
course, every
Is that
single every single one of them
That's not
is
even like a natural evolution. That's not even like natural evolution. That's like we forced that. Like that's
No, we selectively bred them. So the ones that grew the fastest, we multiplied, we helped them multiply, and the ones that didn't grow fast enough, we unalived.
Yeah, and I'll
holy.
just say, like, I'm an ex-agricultural inspector, so I had someone in the comments complaining about what we just said. This is absolutely how it happens. Of course, with supply and demand, and of course, animal agriculture is just trying to produce as much as possible and make as much money as possible, because that's what it's all about. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I mean, take it seriously. I mean, this is someone's life we're talking about. This isn't, we're picking a video game here,
Yeah.
And can I
Well,
ask a cool guy, even if it weren't the case that they are unalived as at a young age, at
yeah.
what age would it be okay for somebody to unalive you?
Well, me, I don't know. That's kind of a trick question because, like, we live like until, what, 70, 80.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
but
what I
like,
mean?
so the lifespan of a human being is, let's say, 100 years old. At
Yeah.
what percentage of your natural lifespan would it be okay for me to unalive you?
I'd have to say like 70 or 80 at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, but
Minimum 60.
the thing about it, cool guy, is whenever you speak to somebody, even an older person, they never want
Yeah.
to die. They always want to continue living, maybe to see their nephews, maybe to see what the world is going to continue, how the world is going to continue.
Yeah, that
But
is true.
but this thing that they want to continue living, like you want to continue living now, do you think there's something that they were taught in school, or do you think that's something that they were just born with?
I'm sorry, repeat that. What do you mean?
This thing that they want to continue living, that they
Mm.
want to experience happiness and that they
Oh,
want to be free. Do you think this is something that they were taught by their family or in school, or do you think this is something that biologically they had
it's
just had?
it's definitely it's definitely biological. You know, we're just conscious, so you know, we just want to live. That's just how it is. You
Yeah.
know,
So if we have that, isn't it safe to assume that all the animals who are conscious also have that?
of course, we're
Yeah.
conscious. We're animals. We're just a different type of animal.
Yeah, we can't really understand maybe how they feel exactly, just like how I can't understand how you feel exactly. But we know
Yeah,
for a fact that they do align with the most of the ideas of why it would be wrong to unalive a human, because
yeah,
they feel like us, they want to continue living, they want to experience happiness and all that stuff.
yeah.
And it's not just unaliving, by the way, right? Because I think it was pretty clear that even for eggs, there's slavery and exploitation to the T.
For eggs, for like baby chicks, or
Yeah. So for eggs, it's pretty bad. Like obviously, the chickens that that lay eggs are the ones that we selectively bred. We did the same for the chicken. So the chickens that grow for meat, we selectively bred the ones that grow fast, and for the chickens that lay eggs, we selectively bred the ones that lay a lot of eggs. And we did this
okay.
repeatedly. Yeah,
I'm
we did
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry
Go
to
ahead.
interrupt, but I'm looking at the chat and I see people like a lot of people want to join in. I've been up here for a long time.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't
That's
want
fine.
to
That's
take
fine.
anyone's time. You know.
I think you should watch that video just to educate yourself on
Yeah,
everything.
I was gonna do that
Yeah.
because I'm on summer break and I don't even have anything to do, so it's kind of good to jump into something new.
Awesome.
And by the way, I'm over 18, so don't worry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, brilliant. Well, I appreciate you coming on here and appreciate the honest conversation.
Thank you
And
guys for being so respectful. By the way,
that's all right. You're welcome to come back on, by the way, in a week or so, and let us know how you're getting on.
thank you guys so much. I'll definitely reach out to you guys.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're going to move on, but before we do, I'll just say hi to Chip and Axel. We've got some other awesome vegans on the panel.
Hello.
I hope you guys are doing good. You had a good nod and
Yeah.
everything.
Actually, NARD is not happening in Amsterdam because of
I know.
the people who were organizing it were upset with it or something. So we had a different thing. But yeah, sure. Good.
Fair
By
enough.
the way, can I just add that Axel and Chip have a feud going on? There's a couple things. So there's a black and
This
white
guy.
feud, and then also who can eat tofu faster. Those are the feuds that are going on. Just letting you
Okay.
know, Jem.
Well, guys, I'd appreciate no fighting on the live stream, okay? This is, we don't want to give off any bad vibes to anyone here.
Whatever. I'm so nice. It's all Chip, man. It's all him.
Yeah, I'm the dick.
Oh,
I also wanted to say thank you to Hanu Santa Haju. Sorry if I butchered that on YouTube, and also Vegan Christianity for the donations. Much appreciated, guys. But yeah, let's get the next guest up. So next we have Eden. I'm just going down the list in order, guys. So, hey Eden, are you over 18? Are you there? Because I'm not hearing anything. I'll give you a minute. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with your sound, Eden. But I can't hear you. If anyone else can, let me know. Oh, hello? No, there's nothing.
No.
Yeah, Eden, maybe try requesting again or putting earphones in or something. But yeah, we can't hear you at all. We got Hunter. Hey Hunter, are you over 18?
Yes.
I don't think so. Okay. Let's carry on. Eden, let's try you again. Eden, are you over 18? Still nothing for me. I'm afraid. Yeah, it's definitely you.
Might be a
No.
child anyway, by the way,
Yeah,
based on the
maybe.
photo.
The profile picture did look kind of young, so. Oh, hang on. I tried to accept somebody, but I think they've gone. Okay, Shay Robinson. Hey, are you over 18?
Yes.
Awesome. So, firstly, before we get started, what's your understanding of veganism, Shay? What do you think it means to be vegan?
You guys don't eat any animal products, and you don't eat any what's it called? Like secondary animal products like dairy or eggs.
Okay, so that's a consequence of being vegan. Why do you think that a vegan might avoid consuming animal products?
Because you guys don't believe in the slaughtering of animals.
It's because we're against the exploitation of animals. So do you think that we should respect other animals, Shay?
Do I think that other animals deserve our respect?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you think that we should respect you as an individual?
Do I think you should?
Yeah.
I would say you're not obligated to, but for
No,
the sake of
but
the conversation, I would appreciate it.
okay, yeah. In your view, do you believe that you deserve respect? So that's yes. So then I would ask, so what is it about other animals where they don't deserve respect, but you do?
No, I never said that we deserve respect, and I see your point here. We're all animals, but I don't believe animals are, inherently deserve respect.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is why? Because what you're picking a category of individuals, right? And you're saying, this these species, we shouldn't respect them. But me, I want respect for me. So yeah, what
No,
is
I
it?
don't want. So I said I'm not obligated to receive any respect from you guys.
Yeah,
However,
but
I
you would
would
like
prefer for the sake of
respect.
the conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe we can clarify what respect is, because I feel like Shay understands something else out of respect. And just to be clear, Shay, when we mean respect, we mean not necessarily that we're giving you some form of a hype or something, but rather than we'll if you have an interest to do something, we'll just respect that interest, since if there's no need for us to violate that interest, so to say. I hope you understand what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that in that way I can't agree that we should respect all animals, because if I say that about a pig, that a pig doesn't deserve respect because it's not in the pig's interest for me to slaughter a pig, but for food I would anyway. So that same will apply to humans, where like myself, I'm not obligated to be shown any respect, but like I said, I appreciate it.
So wait, I'm confused. So you do or you don't think that we should respect other animals?
I don't.
You don't. Okay, but you think we should
No,
respect
based on that
humans?
definition.
Do you think that
No.
we should respect other humans? No.
No.
So you think that anyone can do whatever they want to anyone else, and that's fine in your...
Essentially, that's how it works in nature. Obviously, it's a lot different
Okay.
now that
Yeah, no,
we
we're
are
not talking about
but-
nature, Shay. We're talking about, so, respecting somebody's interests. So you think that, people should be able to walk down the street and just assault somebody or grape somebody or, take their possessions that they've worked for or treat them however they want? Is this your, worldview?
It's not really relevant if I think that
It
somebody
is
should or
relevant.
shouldn't, but
It
the
is
fact that
relevant.
everyone
This
has
is
their own free
your
will.
belief system.
No. Well, everyone.
Wait, Shay, do you believe in
So-
human rights?
Oh well, rights are non-existent.
Do you
They
believe
don't
in
exist
human?
in the real world?
Do you believe?
So no,
Do you believe
don't.
human? I don't. When I asking you if do you believe in human rights, you should infer some form of context, because nobody's asking you whether rights are a physical thing that you can touch or something. What I'm asking you is, do you think human rights should exist? Should we have human rights? Should we live in a world where human rights exist?
So they can't exist physically, which means they can't exist. But
Yeah,
I
Shay,
understand what you're
let's
saying.
stop this bullshit,
understand.
right? Like, obviously, numbers also
Not
don't exist
bullshit,
physically, but numbers exist. So let's not go down that
Clarifying
path.
everything we're
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah. So it's pretty clear what I mean, right? Do you want to live in a world where human
Well, I
rights
think that
exist
humans
or
should
do
live in
not?
a society where we believe in rights. Yes. Yeah, I understand
Okay.
what you mean, and I would say
Okay.
yes.
So that means that we should have human rights.
Yeah.
Okay. So why should? Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask. So, do you want rights for yourself? So you want to be protected against somebody violating your interests?
Do I want to be protected?
Yes.
Yes, but I protect
Okay.
myself.
Right. So you want rights for yourself, right? So you want to be respected. You want your interests to be respected, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want that for yourself, you want that for other humans as well? You think that all human beings should have their their interests respected?
No, because what if someone's interest is to do something that you would say is bad, and then you would want that person who's the victim to be respected enough to
We're
be
clearly
protected?
talking about interests that are not violating somebody else's interests, right? We're talking about your interests to your own body autonomy, interests to your own life, interests that don't interfere in somebody else's interests, right? Should we respect those? That's the question. Let's not
Yeah.
let's not strawman it.
We should. Is that a yes?
Yeah, based on that
Okay.
definition, yes.
Okay, so we should respect your interests. We should respect the interests of other humans. Should we respect the interests of other animals?
No.
Okay, so this is what I want to get to, right? So why should we protect the rights of or respect the interests of other humans but not other species? Like, what's the morally relevant difference between humans and other animals that justifies the difference in view?
The fact that the order of nature is that there's a top of the food chain and a bottom, and if a lion was at the top of the food chain in the forest, or not the forest, but you know what I mean, then it wouldn't respect any animal below it. It would destroy it.
Do you take all of your morals, or do you look to lions to as role models for all areas of your life, or just this?
No, but they're animals
Okay.
just like us.
Well, it
They
doesn't
have a
matter then
nature
what
just like
lions
us.
do, Shay, because I don't know why you're interested in what they do when you don't look to them as role models in other areas. They're not good role
It was an
models for
example
us.
of nature.
Yeah,
It was an
nature.
example
But
of
yeah,
order of
so they
nature.
live in nature and they don't have the access to supermarkets like we do. They don't have moral agency like we do. It's different. We're talking about you, right? So yeah, I'm trying to understand what the morally relevant difference is between you and other animals that justifies the difference in view. What you're
There
saying
is
is
no
kind of like
morally relevant difference.
there is none. Okay. So then surely logically you would understand that, if you would like to have your interests respected, so would other animals if there's no morally relevant difference. Otherwise there's a clear contradiction. Right?
Yes, and my
Okay.
point to that, following that logic, is that we don't have to respect other animals because
No, of course
of
we
the way
don't. We don't have to
nature is ordered.
Yeah, we don't have to respect anyone. But I'm asking if you believe they should be respected. And we've just identified that there's no morally relevant difference. So logically speaking, then we should respect their interests just like we should respect each other's interests. So do you concede that that we should respect other animals? You believe that they deserve respect also?
No.
Okay, well, again, that's another contradiction because on one hand, you're saying there's no morally relevant difference, which means that you should apply the same logic to them, but then you're saying no. So that I just don't. Do you see the inconsistency?
I want to explain my point maybe so I can clarify this better.
Okay.
But we all have a nature. We're all animals, and we all
Yeah.
come from nature.
We are, and yeah, but
Do
we
we agree?
don't have to look at other animals to determine our actions, right? Like, why don't we look at the actions of, I don't know, a hippo or giraffe and determine our actions based on theirs? Why are we choosing the violent animals who have to do certain things for survival to justify our actions?
Well,
And I mean, I don't think you do really care about nature, Shay, because I mean, you're on TikTok now, which doesn't exist in nature. So,
Also, we can test it out, Shay. Like, obviously, I'm assuming you would have absolutely no problem unaliving a small puppy, right? For taste pleasure, or if it makes you a little bit stronger, right?
if it was
Like you should.
food, then yeah.
No. Like obviously, you could go to a supermarket, buy a little sandwich or anything. But if you see a little puppy right before you enter the supermarket, you should have no problem kicking that puppy to death and then cooking them, right?
I probably wouldn't cook it, and I probably wouldn't kick it to death. But if it was not illegal to do so, yeah,
Yeah. So if it weren't illegal, you would actually unalive dogs and cats, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Would you do that to humans also?
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Well, Shay. Well, I don't know, Shay. We've established that you're a bit, of a psychopath.
I don't know.
That's
Shay's all
for
over
me.
the place because he said that we should respect the interests of humans, and now he's just saying no. I think you're just not consistent. Yeah, I think he
It's
is
just hard to deal
trolling.
with the
I think we should
conversation
move on
because
unless anyone else
I
Yeah.
wants
say
to say
move on.
anything.
very
He seems
specific.
like a bit of a clown.
He just wanted
Yeah,
to debate, but he didn't know how to debate. So
I agree. I think he wanted to debate, but it's just not consistent. Which is why I say, guys, just come up and be honest about your views. Like the first guest, be honest about your beliefs. Don't say something because you want to win a conversation. This isn't like, yeah, this isn't me versus you or us v you. It's an honest conversation. So next up, we have no caller ID. Hey, are you over 18?
Yep.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna need a cheat.
Yeah, so guys, if you're not over 18, you're gonna get dropped. So yeah, maybe just
it's
go
so
and
funny that they wait before this.
yeah. I don't know. Kids are weird today. Like go and like play out in the streets on your bikes, or go and do something. I don't know why you want to be on my live stream, but hey, okay. Next we have flower emoji. Hey,
Hello.
are you over 18?
Yeah, 24th of May 2008.
Awesome. Sorry, what can I call you? Shall I call you flower emoji, or do you have like another?
Just call me Kara.
Kira. Okay, fantastic. So, what's your understanding of veganism before we go any further, Kira?
Well, I have the view that I completely understand veganism from their point of view.
Yeah, but what do you think it is? Sorry.
A way to protest and be more on like a plant-based diet. I'm not
Protest
so
against
educated.
what? Yeah, no, it's fine.
Like
I
animals.
just sorry.
Like the rights against animals and stop slaughter.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
it's like rejecting animal exploitation. So it's an ethical
Okay.
principle that we shouldn't exploit other animals. Do you think that we should respect other animals?
I think so too. I think that we should.
Okay. And do you think that
I
we
don't know what
can?
the guy was on about. That was really, really weird.
Yeah, that was it. That was kind of odd, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to truly respect other animals if we are exploiting them at the same time for their flesh, eggs, breast milk, or for any other purpose?
Well, I eat them stuff and I do eat meat,
Mm-hmm.
but I think even if we do try to stop it, there's not gonna be any ounce of help in it.
What do you
Like
mean?
online and talking about it, I think it won't do anything. But if people protest about it more in real life, I think that'll be more help instead of talking about it on TikTok. That's what I personally think. If that doesn't sound any problematic at all.
What do you mean? So like doing activism like this?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
I think it's good to speak out against animal exploitation and speak out against injustice, but I think that in order to speak out, I mean, I think that that's like a moral virtue, but then, before that, like, you have to kind of not be part of the exploitation, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Um,
understand.
yeah, so,
Can I?
sorry, Chip, you
But
go.
Jem went on the street already. She spoke to so many awesome people on the street to try and get them to go vegan and to explain the issues. So why aren't you vegan? Because it seems like she did exactly what you wanted her to do.
I don't have any reason why I'm not vegan. I just genuinely enjoy meat. I'm not gonna say, I hate vegans, like other people are doing in the chat right now. It's just rude. It's their choice. Let them do what they want.
So,
I enjoy meat because I eat it because I've grown up with it.
so, Kira, do you think that our enjoyment or pleasure of something justifies an action if it's having a negative impact on somebody else?
Sorry, reword. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm asking if our pleasure or enjoyment of something justifies an action.
I think it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, because
you can also see where people are coming from in the chat.
Because if somebody said, we can talk about that, but if somebody said, Kira, I want to be violent towards you, or I want to exploit you and use you for your body because I get pleasure from it and I get enjoyment from it, would that be a good enough reason for them to justify doing that to you?
No.
No. So do you think that it's a good enough justification to use to exploit other animals?
No, I don't think that's good.
Yeah.
But
so what you saying, you agree with some comments in the chat, or you said something like that? What kind of comments?
Well, I think the people in the chat are upset because they think that you're trying to convert or force them to, when you're not. You're just here to talk about it and share your point of view, which why we're all here.
Yeah, I can't force anyone to do anything. What I'm actually doing is asking people about their morals that they already hold, and then just asking them to be consistent with those. I'm not trying to change their minds or trying to get them to think differently. I'm asking, how do you feel about animal exploitation? Do you think we should respect them? Is it respectful to exploit them? How would you want to be treated? And then just ask them, asking them to be consistent with that. It's not a this isn't, I don't know, I guess people get defensive, don't they?
Yeah, that Shay person was that was a whole new level.
Yeah, I just think he was being dishonest because he wanted to try and win a debate, but there was inconsistencies there. But Kira, it kind of sounds like so you believe we should respect other animals.
Yeah.
Do you think I don't know, I can't remember if I already asked you this, but do you think we can truly respect them if we are exploiting them at the same time?
You've already asked me about, but I don't think.
Yeah, I can't remember what your answer was.
I think. Wait, what did you say again? I'm so sorry.
I just said I can't remember what your response was to that.
I think that we don't truly respect them if we do exploit them.
Okay. All right. So, do you think there is anything preventing you from being vegan? Because it sounds like obviously you agree we should respect them, and it's not respectful to exploit them. So then, the logical kind of conclusion would be to not support that exploitation. And I know you said something. I think you said something about you thought that you wouldn't be able to make a difference or something.
Yeah.
So
there's so many people in the world, and people are going to continue eating meat, being really defensive. And it's great what you guys are doing, the activism and speaking up against the animals' rights and all that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
But Kira,
there's people in the world.
I would also say that there's so many people in the world who are also going to be racist, who are also going to be violent towards other humans, but you don't have to be part of that, right? And what I said to the other guy before is, you might feel that in the grand scheme of things, you might not be making a difference, but to every individual, you're not demanding to be exploited. It makes every bit of difference for them it's like their life and death, you know.
Yeah.
It's their.
It's actually the most respectful debate I've been on. Oh my god.
I appreciate that. So let's say you were in the position of the victim, you were being exploited for your body. How urgently would you want your injustice to end?
What does that mean? Sorry, I'm trying to.
How soon would you want to be free if you were being enslaved or you were being exploited for your body?
Immediately.
Immediately.
Absolutely.
So, how many more animals should be exploited on your behalf?
None.
None. So, vegan from now?
Huh?
Vegan from now?
What's that? I'm so sorry.
So, you said that no more animals should be exploited for you, right? So, that would mean being vegan from now and avoiding exploitation. So, I'm just asking if you're going to apply that, if you're going to be vegan from now.
I'm also. I mean, I'd love to. I mean, so I'm trying to get the words out.
It's okay. Take your time.
What do you say? Oh, my sister's here with me as well. She likes to do debates. You wanna?
Well, can I ask you something before, Kira? Like, do you understand the thing that that we're explaining here? Because we live in a time when animals are seen like objects, and we do a great injustice to them. And you're one of the people who does an injustice to some of them, right? Like, not to all of them, but there are specific animals out there that are suffering the injustice that they're suffering through because of your choices. I understand not everyone in the world will go vegan. I understand not everyone in the world will make different choices, but if you choose to make different choices, some animals will get to no longer be exploited because they would otherwise be on your behalf. And you know, this injustice that we talk about that's happening during our time is very much in line with any other injustices that we've seen in the past that we maybe did to other humans or stuff, right? And whenever when it comes to you thinking of those injustices, like for example, schmavery or women not having rights, I'm sure you would consider yourself as somebody who would have stood up to the injustice and said, no, I won't be part of it. Why don't you think you should do the same in this situation?
Well, personally, the rights about everything, especially animals. Animals do have rights.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, is this somebody different?
Yeah, it's her sister.
Oh, sorry. Can we just finish talking to Kira and then we can have another conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Okay, go.
Yeah, because it seems like you agree with everything, Kira. You know, we should respect other animals. It's not respectful to exploit them. If you were in their position, you'd want your injustice to end immediately. You say that no more animals should be exploited. So, you know, all I'm asking is for you to apply that, you know, to be consistent with your choices, you know. So, yeah, and how you would do that would be by going vegan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, are you going to go vegan?
I mean, I've looked into it multiple times, and I've heard
Okay.
that it's actually really healthy for the body.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, but I hope it. I feel like I'm so mean for saying it, but I do really enjoy meat, and I hope it doesn't sound mean at all.
No. I appreciate you being honest. But you have already agreed that enjoyment or pleasure doesn't justify an action, right? And
Yeah.
you know, you might think that by going vegan, you'll never get any kind of pleasure or enjoyment ever again. Well, that isn't true. You know, there's food that I enjoy even more now. As a vegan, or I'd say that I've eaten like the nicest food I've ever eaten since being vegan. But yeah, even if that wasn't the case, even if, you know, all plant-based food tasted like cardboard or that it was completely tasteless, I would say that we still have a moral obligation to not harm others because we can't justify doing that because of our pleasure, right?
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. So
Also,
yeah. Sorry, Chip. Go on.
oh, I was just gonna say, Kira, like, I understand that it may seem like a kind of like an innocent thing, or on our side it's just a product, it's just a thing. But I urge you to definitely watch the documentaries that Jim has here, because you can see the reality on their side, and you can definitely see that it isn't a small thing. These products are neatly packaged and nicely labeled for us, but the things that happen behind them is absolutely horrific. It's beyond every form of it's beyond every uh, nightmarish, gorish movie that we've ever made.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so
Would you be open to watching Dominion, Kira?
I've heard of it, and I think someone tried to make me watch it, but I weren't really paying attention at the time. But I think I'll look into it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to look it away.
I would say that you agree that you should be vegan. You haven't committed to it. The very, very least you could do is be aware of what you're demanding, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's on here. You're welcome to screenshot this, by the way. It's called Dominion. It's on there. So yeah, if you give that a watch, that'd be cool. And then you're welcome to come back once you have and let us know what your thoughts were. I don't know if anyone else wants to add anything, but yeah, I'm happy to talk to your sister after as well. By the way.
Oh, do you want to talk?
I think Axel's got a question for you first, Kira.
Okay.
Okay, so Kira, I just wanted to let you know you were, I kind of got lost on the last part of it, so I might be taking a second. But the whole point is that when you go vegan, you're not doing something that is like a positive, right?
Okay.
You're just not doing something that is a negative. You're just not doing a bad thing. It's not that you're doing a good thing by going vegan. You're not like a better, like it's not like we're good people for being vegan. We're just not doing a bad thing. When we it's just like not being a murderer makes you a good person. You're just not a murderer. You know what I mean? You're just not taking someone's life uh unjustly. And when you go vegan, the only thing that you're going to be doing is not taking advantage of someone when you don't need to.
Okay. That's actually really cool to know. Like, it's a nice point of view, and I actually really love this debate because everyone's so respectful and no one's like being mean. It's great, and I actually love it so much. I'm sorry, I have to say it. It's great.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your point of views with me, and thank you for being really nice for me to share mine.
Cool. I know. So if your sister's still there, I don't know how much you heard, but I'm assuming you heard like quite a bit of the conversation. So I won't go through all the same questions. I'll just ask what your thoughts are. Sorry, what's your name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah, I'll just ask what your thoughts are on veganism, how you feel about animals, if they should be respected, and if there's anything you feel that's preventing you from being vegan.
To be honest, yeah, I think animals should be respected because they are living things as well as us. They breathe and everything. Like, yeah, I get other people's points on eating meat because sometimes it can help them with certain deficiencies that they have. Like
what?
like iron, any kind of
Okay,
protein.
but why eating meat wouldn't be a good solution to iron deficiency?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, because the only meat that has iron has heme iron, and it is red meat.
Yeah.
And red meat also increases your chances of colon cancer.
Oh, I didn't.
So no a sane doctor would say, "Oh, you have an iron deficiency, eat red meat." No, they'll say take a supplement if you actually have a deficiency. But first and foremost, a lot of the times when they see that your ferritin levels are low, they have to check if it's coming from your diet or if you have an issue absorbing it,
Yeah.
and then it becomes a different situation. But if you don't have any issue absorbing it, then you could also take, like if you eat regular cruciferous vegetables with vitamin C, you'll get enough iron. So
Yeah. All right, I
Yeah.
see your point there.
Yeah, so everything that our body needs, we can get on a plant-based diet, Charlotte. So without the necessity to exploit other animals, then how can we justify that?
You can't really justify exploiting animals for your own being just
Yeah.
because you think that animals are your food. Like, yeah, you eat them, whatever. But the thing is, not all animals need to be killed for your benefit.
Yeah. So do you feel there's anything that's preventing you from being vegan? Because it sounds like you agree with, the vegan principles that, we shouldn't exploit them and we don't need to. Do you think there's anything stopping you from sort of being consistent in your day-to-day life and living vegan?
To be honest, I think it's mostly because of I've grown up in a family that is like meat based. Like, yeah, we have vegetables and all that, but like most of the time we have like meat with the meals, and I think that's kind of what holds me back in a way.
Yeah, but do you think, because I did as well, but then I made the decision to change, and I'm asking, do you feel there's anything stopping you from sort of moving away from that and living in a way that um that goes that agrees with your morals, you know?
Well, I have this thing where if I eat certain foods, it makes me feel really sick. Like
Uh,
some vegetables as well, they make me feel like really sick. Like, because
yeah.
I have loads of like stomach issues.
Do you think
Meat,
that oh, sorry.
alright.
Do
Meat
you think
though, meat doesn't set me off.
do you think that it would be possible for you to adopt a plant-based diet without and avoid those foods that, don't cause those issues for you?
In a way, I think I could, but then I think it'd be more difficult for like the problems I have.
Sure, but I mean, the thing, we have to put this into perspective, right? Because, we might think that it's more difficult for us in our situation, but then think about the animals when you're not vegan, how difficult it is for them, what they have to endure, you know? So
Yeah.
it's again, it's about perspective, because what they're experiencing and going through, well, that's the difficulties that we face are nothing compared to that, you know?
Yeah, because we're not really the ones getting killed for food, while they are
Mm.
when they could quite literally be set free or put on farms to
Yeah,
thrive until the end of life.
we're not being forcibly impregnated, we're not having our babies taken away, we're not having our body violated, we're not being taken to a slaughterhouse, having our lives taken. That's what's really difficult. And for
That's
us,
what.
it's very, very easy to just leave them alone. So,
Which,
Yeah, one way you could look at it is if your family came home and put the dog on the table and said, "All right, we're eating dog tonight." You'd probably be like absolutely horrified, but the fact is that the dog's no different than the pig or the chicken or the lamb, you know?
well, yeah, because even though they can't speak, they still have families and they still have like lives.
100%.
yeah, do you
So
think that you and your sister will watch Dominion together?
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I don't have any other questions aside from that. I think it'll be good if you watch that together, and yeah, I think if there's two of you, especially, I think that's pretty awesome to do it with somebody else with you. But yeah, unless anyone else wants to add anything or ask anything, I'm cool with moving on.
I just want to remind of Challenge 22. That's like they you just subscribe to it. It's a free website. And if you do have like severe dietary restrictions, or even dietary restrictions that are difficult for you to handle, they hook you up with a dietitian and they make sure you get all your nutrients in and that you actually enjoy your food. So, and it's free. So, you know, you also have that resource available. We're not just telling people that this is wrong. We're also offering a solution. Just putting it out there.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. That's all right. It's all on here. So on this link here, you've got Dominion. Challenge 22 is on there as well. So yeah, it's all there.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Appreciate you
Great
coming up.
day.
All right. You too.
Bye, Charlotte.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. Let's get the next guest up. Next we have Bretty Hall. Taking a minute to load. Yeah, that's cool. I like having like honest conversations. I don't know why this one's taking a minute to load. If it doesn't connect, I might try the next one. Oh, they've gone. Okay, let's go next. Next we have Fazops. Hey, are you over 18?
Hello? Yeah.
Hey. Brilliant. So did I pronounce your name right, by the way? Fazops.
Yeah, Fazops. That's not my actual name, but yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll call you that for the purpose of TikTok. But yeah, so what's your understanding of veganism, first of all?
I just know it's not eating any animal products.
Yeah, so sorry, I have Cal here. He's asking to come up and talk to you. I don't know why. Do you know, have you spoke before? Do you know him?
No, but I know where this is going.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hey. Oh, you want me to speak to him? Okay, hey, Fazops. So why...
Well, if
like,
you want
what's
to,
stopping you-
you don't have to. I just thought that's what you were
Oh, no, that's
interested in.
cool. Oh, no, I don't mind speaking to him. Yeah, that's fine. I was just waiting until it got there in the conversation, but Fazops...
Oh,
you made
okay. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I can start it if you want, or you can just go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It's up to you. But he was making some outlandish health claims in the comments. I was just seeking the
Okay,
supplementary
gotcha.
argument for them.
Yep, no, you go for it.
Yeah, so like, what's the argument for the postulations that you were making in the chat?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you were making some very specific, egregious health claims in the chat. I'd like to seek some supplementary evidence for them.
What if you're claiming that veganism is so healthy and yet you have to take so many supplements, why would it therefore be healthy?
Well, that's just asking me a question. I'm just seeking the supplementary argument for the claims that you made. And by the way, what's like the logical incompatibility with taking supplements and being healthy? That just seems logically disjoined. But anyway, what's the argument for the claims that you made?
The argument is that I don't think it's great for you guys to say, oh yes, our plant-based diet is so healthy, yet you have to take so many supplements.
What's the logical incompatibility with taking supplements and following a plant-based diet? And also, what supplements do we have to take, just out of interest?
You have to take quite a lot, basically the B vitamins, creatine, collagen.
Why would you have to take creatine to begin with?
Because it's in me.
Yeah, but it's also endogenously synthesized. Like, what's even the argument consuming creatine from meat's beneficial?
Why would... Wait. You're saying you don't need collagen, basically.
No, we're talking about creatine, dear boy. Try and keep up. But you said, obviously, creatine's endogenously synthesized, but what's even the argument that consuming creatine from meat's, like, preferential?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like,
Wait,
what's the
Fazops,
argument?
but
What
which
makes
meat?
it essential?
Yeah,
What makes...
and which meat contains creatine?
Well, I'm just wondering, because obviously creatine's endogenously synthesized by the body. Like, you get 100% of your RDA just from navigating life. But I'm just wondering, like, what do you think that the benefit is from consuming creatine from meat? Because I have a stringent intuition you haven't looked into this.
No, he doesn't even know where he can get creatine from, which meat. Which meat contains creatine, Fazops?
Beef.
Okay, and how much creatine does beef contain?
A lot.
Can you per
Wait,
100
wait. You're
grams?
saying how much plants?
What
How
does a
much
lot mean?
is in spinach?
Yeah, how much creatine per 100 grams of beef how much creatine do you get?
That's so irrelevant from the fact that
Oh, okay. So
follows linear
you're
from your
walking away
claim.
from my argument.
So how much creatine do you need per day, Fazops? Because your claim was that you need creatine. You get it from beef. You don't know how much you get from beef. Do you at least know how much you need per day?
That's just completely irrelevant from my
Oh,
argument.
so you also don't know that. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You just proved everyone you don't know anything.
Answer my question. You can't answer it. My argument.
Well, wait. You haven't actually made an argument. You made a claim, and we
did.
saw a demonstration of your claim, and you failed miserably. But actually, when you look at the clinical data on creatine, you're presupposing the fact that there's some intrinsic benefits to getting, like health benefits to consuming creatine from meat. The problem is, the data on those, the interventional data, is on supplementary interventions that are magnitudes in dosage above what you get from meat. The problem actually is when you consume it from meat, all you do is ignite gene down regulation, thereby actually subverting the benefits from supplementation.
You're just using weird words to throw me off.
I mean, if they're big to you, then you're horribly inequipped for this conversation, to be quite frank. But this is actually quite well. This is actually well vindicated in the clinical literature, by the way. I can give you a citation.
What does that even mean, bro? I'm not even trying to talk to you. You just came on here.
Wait. Like, if it was the case that we could provide you all the evidence, Fazops, that you could live healthy and fine and not take copious amounts of supplements or whatever it is that you're making the claim, would you then agree that you should not exploit animals?
I think you should exploit animals.
Why?
Because you need to eat animal products to be healthy.
We just asked you a
just asked you
hypothetical. If you found out and we could provide evidence that you didn't need to consume animals, would you then go vegan?
Well, it kind of depends. I wouldn't really want to be vegan anyway.
Did you just say you wear depends? Sorry.
It just depends. Like, yeah, obviously, if veganism was actually healthy, then I'd go vegan, but it isn't, though. I'm talking about real life.
Okay.
In this situation, it is healthy, bro. How do you not understand the question that you were asked?
Healthy, though,
In the
is it?
situation,
The stipulation that he made was it is healthy. That was the stipulation of the question.
In the situation when a plant-based diet can be healthy, would you then be vegan?
Sure, but it's not. We're talking about real life here.
Wait, just out of interest, when you say vegan, do you mean a plant-based diet?
Yeah, not eating animal products.
Okay, so when you say healthy, what do you mean by that specifically?
Healthy, being optimally healthy, having every nutrient you need.
That's completely circular. Because when you say healthy, you just mean healthy. That doesn't tell me anything.
Also,
so when you say
getting every nutrient doesn't make you healthy.
Yeah, like you could get every single nutrient and you could have terminal cancer. Trivially, that's not healthy. But anyway, that being said, how do you define the term health in the context in which you're saying like following a plant-based diet isn't healthy? In that context, what do you mean by healthy?
Healthy, thriving, being happy, just being generally healthy, getting all the
When you say, well, that's just circular again, but when you say thriving, what do you mean by thriving?
Thriving, happy, healthy.
Okay, so basically, if someone's healthy but they have stage 4 terminal cancer, by your lights, that would be healthy, right?
What? Well, why are you suddenly bringing cancer into this? You're not going to get cancer.
Because just try to track the conversation. I guess it is challenging, but just calm down, please. Just try and track the conversation. I saw a demonstration of what you meant by the term healthy. I queried, when you say that plant-based diets aren't healthy, what does that mean? Because healthy is an incredibly opaque, nebulous term. So in this context, you just mean happy. So by your lights, if there's a one-to-one linearity between, just let me finish, okay, please, just let me finish, then speak. If there's a one-to-one linearity between being healthy and being happy, meaning they're the same thing, by your lights, if you're happy, but you have terminal cancer and you're unaware of it, then you're healthy. Is that your view? If not, you're contradicting yourself.
No, because if you've got cancer, you're not going to be very
Okay, cool.
healthy.
So then you're just completely contradicting yourself because you just said that being healthy just entailed being happy. Do you mean something different?
What?
Could we just move on from that? Like, what makes you think vegans aren't healthy?
We don't even know what he means by healthy at this point.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I know. But what do you mean? Like, what do you think?
Hi, Jacob.
What makes you think vegans aren't healthy?
Because I literally just told you, because they have to take tons of supplements and plants are completely unbioavailable. You're having to take loads of supplements and you're obviously not
Okay,
healthy.
so what makes supplements unhealthy?
Because they're
Because
synthetic.
hold on. Okay, well, every person in every diet has to take at least some amount of supplements.
No, they don't.
Yeah, if you drink milk, you're taking a supplement.
It's not a supplement, that's a food.
That's up. So when you say that plants are unbioavailable, do you mean that their bioavailability is zero?
Yeah, basically.
What's the argument for that?
I just gave my argument.
Yeah, that's the claim, but what's the actual argument for that, though?
Since we're piling up on Fazops, I thought you said that vegans are anorexic, Fazops. Do you know what anorexia is?
Yes, being really skinny.
Oh no, so you don't know what anorexia is either. Dude, anorexia is not being skinny, it's an eating disorder.
What, they've been fat then?
No, bro. One of the symptoms of anorexia is being skinny, but it's an eating disorder.
Yeah, it's just starving yourself.
Yeah, and if you're vegan, you got an eating disorder.
Dude, no one is starving themselves as vegans. We eat daily.
You are.
So, Fazops, we just established that you know absolutely nothing about nutrition, yet you're making the claims about nutrition as if you actually knew something. Like, we caught you without knowing anything that you're saying, and you're making these claims without even knowing what half the words mean. So, do you want to get more informed before you jump on a panel where you make claims like this?
Inform me.
No, we're not going to inform you. Maybe go educate yourself a little bit, man. Because just you look way worse when you go up here and trying to say ridiculous stuff that you know nothing about.
Yeah, I mean, I could make the claim that I think that consuming the flesh of babies is an eating disorder, like being addicted to consuming their flesh. But yeah, I think that that's probably more of an eating disorder. But yeah, it kind of sounds like you're making these claims. You can't back any of them up. And also, I just want to point out as well that the largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians say that a plant-based diet can be healthy and nutritious for all life stages. And yeah, that's kind of like the dietetic consensus. So yeah, I mean, it is. That's what they say.
No.
Are you a science denier?
Well, if the science is saying that veganism is healthy, then yeah.
No, it's saying a plant-based diet can be healthy and nutritious for all life stages.
If the science is against what he's saying, then the science is wrong. That's
can you name a vegan that you know personally?
Vegan teacher.
No, like personally, no. Do you know them personally?
Actually,
I
know a vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
So,
anyways,
have you ever studied science formally at all? Like, do you know anything about science?
What type of science?
Just any type of science. Like, do you have a rudimentary understanding of science?
Nah, it's all just kind of stupid.
Okay, so you don't really know anything about science. So why are you making an array of very, very specific claims about science that you obviously don't have a robust or even rudimentary understanding of?
I think Fazops I think Fazops is just saying stuff that he wants to be true, but clearly
that isn't true.
Everything.
Fazop's just heard it
science.
somewhere.
Tell me.
Fazop's just heard it
Tell me.
somewhere, and then he
Tell
believed
me.
that that's true. He didn't
You
actually
can't
look
tell
it
me.
up.
He's just like an
Fazop's.
NPC, bro. You know what I mean? Like one of those dudes who
No, you
thinks,
guys are still
"Oh,
deflecting
if I
it. Tell
eat
me what I said
animals
because
and
you're wrong.
vegans
Instead
are
of
this."
Fazop's, so instead of us cooking you terribly, how about again you go educate yourself and then come back after you educate yourself? You know, we recommend people educate themselves because it works in our favor. The more you educate yourself, the more you realize being is logical and a logical position. So please educate yourself, okay? Don't just be like everyone else. Just
Yeah, I don't
educate
need to
yourself on the
educate
matter.
myself because
Yeah,
I
that
don't. I
that's
just
You
that
know.
is
could
the
hold
exact
on.
response I would have
We
expected from you, Fazops, because you already know
weak
everything there
sauce.
ever is to know, right? And forget
I
science
do.
because
I
Fazops
actually
is
do.
here. So forget all the scientists, everybody with a degree. Fazops is the expert on everything.
Yeah, it's so stupid. You just
If
need to.
you
Weak
know
sauce.
everything,
Just need to
go
look
argue
around.
with Google, bud.
Just look at a piece of meat. Just
Hold on.
look at a
Go
piece of
argue
raw
with
meat. You just
Google.
want
Oh,
to eat it.
Everything
Rotten
that you
corp.
were saying, everything that you were saying, go type in Google and fact
Like
check
what?
everything that you said in Google and argue with Google. See how it
Like what?
goes.
What the heck?
Even Fazops, do you even know what meat is to an animal? Like what part of the body meat is?
Yeah. Depends
What
what
is
type
it?
of. What type
In
of meat?
general, like what type of tissue is meat from an animal's body?
Why would that matter?
Okay, so you don't even know what meat is, bro. Let's literally educate yourself. Like honestly, we do you know
Wait,
anything about
wait.
nutrition? Anything at all?
What does that even? What? How are you even like? What is that
What?
supposed to
What?
prove?
What?
That
What? What?
where
What?
the meat
What?
comes from? It's from
What?
the animal,
What?
obviously.
What? You're crashing out. You're crashing out. Let's
Hey,
get
I'm
rid
not.
of
I'm
Chip,
this
not.
could
guy.
you ask me that question so I could just answer so we all can establish what meat
This
comes
is what
from?
vegans do. They just deflect.
Oh,
You haven't.
deflection.
I
Yes. Yes.
said.
Yeah,
I
we're
said. That, look.
deflecting.
Question. Answer my question. Answer
Razops,
my
bro.
question.
This
We're
is why
totally
nobody hangs
def-
out with you,
See,
dude.
you won't
This is
let
we're
me
why
tell
nobody
you
totally
my
hangs out with you.
question. See,
we're totally
deflecting.
deflecting from the fact that you don't understand what you're talking about. But what's your question? I'll answer it for you.
My question was, you're making this claim, okay? You made a claim. Where does the meat come from on an animal? How does that have
that's
anything
not
to
a
do with
claim.
nutrition?
Yeah, that
How
was
does
a
that have
question.
anything to do with nutrition? How does that
Well,
have
Well,
anything to do with nutrition?
you
he
were
was
saying
establishing
Fazops.
if you knew things.
Yeah, and
Because
Fazops, you were saying, look at a piece of meat. And
Yeah.
when I look at a piece of meat, I'm asking you, okay, well, what tissue is that? And when because in general in nutritional science we do this we don't just look at one ingredient and say that's it, it's healthy or not, because one ingredient does not contain all the micro or macronutrients. Well, macronutrients in general it can, but not all the micronutrients that your body requires. So what you do is you look at a whole diet, right? And you see maybe at the end of the day or at the end of the week if somebody gets their whole micronutrient
Right,
requirements in.
Lucas?
But you say look at the piece of meat. So the reason why I ask you if you even know what type of tissue that is, where that is coming from, is because, well, the vitamins that are the micronutrients that are in that piece of tissue, the animal synthesizes them just like you synthesize, just like your body synthesizes yours. So if you claim that all the micronutrients that you require are in meat, then that's also another false claim, because that is not true. In fact, there are several micronutrients missing from meat. If you claim that meat
Like
is
what?
healthy, we also have studies showing that
What's
red
missing
meat
of
is not
meat?
healthy and that white meat in certain quantities is not healthy.
Okay,
So
what studies are there?
it's just like at the end of the day, you want to
What
believe this
studies
so
are
much
there?
because maybe you get some pleasure out of
What
it,
studies?
or maybe because you're part of the
Hmm.
manosphere and it makes you feel like a big man if you consume the flesh of an innocent
Yeah, it
animal.
does make you
But
feel like a big man. Something strong. I
we're
like
here
take
to
down
have
animals and
conversations
drink its
about the
blood.
rights of animals, because we can get everything that we want without being violent. If I mean, I understand you enjoy being violent, but we're not violent
Yeah,
people
because
here.
it's a human
We're
thing to
choosing
be violent.
intelligence.
It's
Yeah,
fun. It's fun to go and kill animals and eat them.
that
I
sounds a
I
bit
think
think we should.
psychotic. Yeah.
No,
Should
it's
we
Yeah, I
move
think we
on?
should wrap this first.
With life, bro. You don't go to
I
Yeah, so to anybody listening, to any non-vegans, how psychotic does that sound? It's fun. I get entertainment from taking the life of innocent babies, innocent beings, right? Why would anyone get pleasure or enjoyment doing that? That's kick me, you can't, because you can't answer. Answer what? You were just spouting a load of crap. It's fun. Yeah, that's very sick. It's a sport. Imagine if somebody got enjoyment from doing that to you.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so likely like he goes out with his friends and they hunt or they fish, whatever the heck they do, right? So he's clearly got some bias there, and yeah, his bro science just backed it all up, didn't it?
Yeah, but anyway,
Side
thanks.
note,
Sorry,
shout out
yeah,
to
sorry, go on.
all the roses. I was
Oh
just gonna say
yeah,
shout out to all the roses. Like we
But they're
got
thank
going
you,
to fess up, right?
thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you for the vegan activism, by the way, Fazzo, because I think, you know, if I was non-vegan hearing that, I'd be like, man, I don't want to be associated with, you know,
Yeah.
non-vegans if they're saying stuff like this. Yeah.
100%.
So thanks for the vegan activism.
The problem with these guys. Oh, sorry. If you want to move on, that's fine. The
No,
problem
no,
with
no,
these
go.
guys is, well, they make all of these kind of temerarious claims based upon things that they've interacted with transiently on the internet. But as you always see when you speak to them, they don't even know about that. I got a phone call. But anyway, they don't understand rudimentary terms in science, but they make all of these outlandish claims about things that they have no understanding of. It's just embarrassing.
He didn't
Yeah.
even know what meat is. This person claims he likes to unalive animals, but he doesn't even know like which part of the animal he should eat. Like, let's not kid ourselves. This person was just like he just wanted to seem edgy or something, but he was not that clever.
I think so. He didn't even know the difference between a claim and a question. So, yeah. Okay. Fuzz Up goes to Hartford. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's carry on. Next we have Tor.
Tor was just spamming the chat, by the way.
Yo, what's up,
Okay.
guys?
Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we begin, first of all, what's your understanding of veganism, Tor? What do you think it means to be vegan?
So basically, it's where you don't eat meat and you don't eat animal products.
Yeah, and why do you think that? So that is a consequence of being vegan, but why do you think a vegan might do that?
Because they're an absolute fucking pussy that can't eat meat.
Okay, so you're a child. Yeah, let's move on. So yeah, guys, we're here for just respectful, honest conversations. If you can't have one of those, then there's no point being up here. Yeah. What was that guy's name again? Sorry, so I can just make a note.
Tor.
Tor, T-O-R. Oh my God, the insecurities. You think that someone's a pussy because they don't want to exploit an innocent baby. But
Yeah.
you know,
Also,
I guess
like, what's wrong with that, right? Like,
yeah.
I love pussies. So what?
I guess, you know, exploiting and dominating an innocent baby makes you a strong, brave guy, huh? You feel like a big guy doing that? Does it make you feel big and powerful because you can dominate a literal defenseless being? Okay. Okay, next we have 249. Hey, are you
Hello?
over 18?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your understanding of veganism?
I think they're a bit odd.
No, what's your understanding of what veganism is? Like the definition?
They're vegan.
Yes, and why? What do you think it is? What do you think it means to be vegan?
Not eating meat.
So that's a consequence of being vegan? Why do you think somebody might not eat meat? I mean, I would say that somebody who doesn't eat meat is just a vegetarian.
Because they don't want animals being killed.
Okay, it's actually the rejection of animal exploitation. So yeah, we don't want to exploit animals. We don't want to enslave them or commodify them or treat them like an object or property. Because we wouldn't like to be treated like an object or property. Would you?
No, but we're not animals.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but we're not fucking idiots, are we?
You're not an idiot. Sounds like you are
No.
if you're. Sounds like you are if you don't know that we're mammals. We're animals.
We're animals, but we
Okay. Right. So we
kill
are
animals for
animals.
fun,
Okay.
don't we?
So yeah,
kill
are you
animals for fun,
here
don't we?
for like a proper
Could you
conversation?
just let her speak?
I'm speaking, alright, mate.
I just want to establish MTV. Are you here for like a proper adult conversation?
I'm here to show that meat's better.
Okay,
than
so
vegan.
you're not here for a conversation then, because if you're not, then I'll drop
And to
you.
have a conversation about that.
So are you here for an adult conversation? We're going to be respectful towards each other. You're not going to throw a tantrum over it.
Yeah, as long as you don't.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah. Do you think we should respect other animals?
No.
Okay. Do you think we should respect humans?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think we should respect humans but not other animals? What's the morally relevant difference between humans and other animals that justifies the difference in view?
Because humans are more evolved than animals we eat, don't we? So, yeah.
What's the moral relevance of that?
But you wouldn't kill your mate, would you?
Well, no, I wouldn't, but I also wouldn't kill any other animal either. Or
Let's use
exploit
the
them.
word unalive. Sorry.
Yeah, unalive because TikTok. You said that we're more evolved or something.
Yeah, we're more,
Yeah. So what's the moral relevance of that?
Well, you kill animals for fun, don't you? Do sports.
No, sorry, unalive. David just remind you.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Do you not agree with hunting and beating?
No. Do you?
Why? Yeah, I do.
Okay, so would it be moral for somebody to hunt you, to take your life?
Yeah, we're humans.
Yeah. Well, what if the human who was doing that viewed you in the same way that you view other animals? What if he said, "Oh, but you're English or whatever," and I think that people who are English are lesser than me. I'm more superior than them. That's the same kind of logic that you're using.
Not really, because we're humans, aren't we?
Well, what if they said, "Oh, but I'm more evolved than English people"?
Well, that's just like war, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm asking if it's moral, if it'd be ethical for somebody to do that to you.
Yeah.
It would be.
Can I try something? Can I try
go
something
ahead.
with this person before we go on?
Yeah.
So what's the square root of 9?
I don't know.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Wait, why does it matter, mate? I'm on about being vegan, nothing about numbers.
Yeah. No, because you're tracking anything that Jem is trying to explain to you. So I was curious if a simple math question would get you somewhere, but it didn't.
Because we're talking about maths.
Yeah, but
now
what
I'm
we're
actually
trying to
curious. Oh, sorry, go on.
So what we're trying to explain to you, by the way, what Jem is trying to explain to you is it's a very simple idea that we're all individuals, we're all entities.
Can I say
And
something?
the differences between us don't justify
don't care about what you're
the
saying,
difference in view,
Yeah.
right? Like
hang
that's
on.
what we're trying to say. It's a bit of an abstract.
Yeah, if
Can I
you're not
just
here,
tell you my
how a
point?
conversation works, 249 is you got to listen to the point that the other person's making before you respond.
Yeah, but I want to get my point across before you.
Yeah, so
your point.
that just tells me that I'm not interested in hearing what anyone else is saying. I'm just interested in
I
hearing
will
my own
after my
voice.
point.
If that is
I
the
wanna say my
case,
point.
if that is the case, you might as well go talk to yourself
No.
in the comment section.
No, I listened to your comeback.
What's the square root of 49? It's in your nickname. What's the square root of 49?
Yeah, what is it then? You tell me.
Oh God, bro! Why did you pick that number if you don't know even the square root of that?
Can I just ask, to 49, do you know what a prime number is at all?
Yeah.
What's a prime number?
You can only divide it by itself. times.
Actually, it's actually 1 and itself, so you don't even know what prime number is.
Well, yeah, but you're just talking to me about maths, and I'm trying to talk about meat. What's the point in talking about maths?
You've got an
Do you
Echo
understand? We're talking about
249.
morals. We're talking about morals here. We're not talking about what you put in your mouth.
It says, "Why aren't you vegan?" And we're talking about that, aren't we?
Vegan is a moral position. Jem just explained it to you. How did you not listen to that?
Because you're just waffling, mate.
I don't think this person is worth having a conversation with, Jem. They're not
Well,
tracking,
I agree.
and they're barely doing anything.
No, vegans don't have the right nutrients, do they?
Does anyone want to answer that, or should we move on?
No, let's move on.
Yeah.
It's not worth.
Yeah, fuck off.
But he just crashed out. God, some people are so sensitive. Yeah, the largest group organisation of dietitian and nutritionists says that plant-based diet can be healthy and nutritious for all life stages. So yeah, it's not even a debate. I don't know why people think they know better than the dietetic consensus. Okay, let's go. Next guest, Olive. Hey, are you over 18?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
May 26, 2008.
Sorry, August 2008.
Hey, May 26.
Oh, May. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
before we go any further, what's your understanding of veganism, first of all? What do you think it means to be vegan?
Not wanting to kill animals, I guess.
Yeah, it's more to do with the exploitation. So it does result in the unaliving of considerably less animals. It minimizes that, but yeah, it's mostly about the exploitation. So not commodifying them or viewing them as like property, enslaving them. So do you think that we should respect other animals?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And do you think that it's possible to truly respect them if we are exploiting them, like for their flesh, eggs, breast milk, or for any other purpose?
I actually raise animals, so
Okay.
I'm not sure that it's really exploiting.
Raised for what?
We should treat them. What?
Raised for what?
Oh, livestock to consume.
Oh, so you're a farmer,
And
or
eggs,
do you have
and eggs.
you have a homestead, or what's the situation?
I'm sorry, do you know what FFA is? It's an American thing, but it's like we raise livestock.
They're in a family that does that because they're 18. I don't think they're. Yeah.
So you run a ranch, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But
so go ahead.
I don't support warehouse farming and all that. I think that's really bad.
So I just want to just to establish. So on your ranch, what animals are you raising?
Goats and ducks and chickens.
For what purpose?
For meat and eggs.
Okay. So goats, ducks, and chickens for meat and eggs. And you said that you don't think that they're being exploited.
No, not really.
Okay. So what is your understanding of exploitation, like the definition of that?
I like hurting someone for your own gain.
Yeah, so I would say
being cruel to someone.
Well, I would define it as using somebody in a way that goes against their interests for our own selfish purposes. So yeah, it's needless and it goes against their interests. Would you agree with that definition?
I don't know, maybe.
You don't know?
I'm not. Wait, can you repeat it?
So using them in a way that goes against their interests. I would say that that's exploitation.
Sure.
Okay. So do you think that it's in the goat's interest to have their life taken, to be eaten, for their flesh to be eaten?
Well, I think as long as you treat them with respect.
No. But do you think it's in their interest to be?
No.
Okay. So then they're being exploited.
Probably not.
Yeah. So they are being exploited. It's not in their interest for you to take their eggs. It's not in their interest for you to take their flesh.
Well, I don't. Okay, I understand the meat. I understand where that comes from, but I don't understand eggs. Like, they're unfertilized. They're not going to be chicks.
Yeah. So where did they come from? The ducks and the chickens that you're using for their eggs.
From Tractor Supply Co.
From where?
No. From a livestock store.
Yeah. So
and then I like. Yeah, and then like I raised them and they had babies.
Yeah, so basically those hens, they were bred probably most likely from a it's called a parent breeder shed where
Oh no, I use ethical breeders.
What's an ethical breeder?
Like not like I don't know how to explain it, but like not like a big like company like a they don't live in warehouses. Like I don't support any of that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because like what do you think happened to the male chicks, for example?
Well, how is breeding chickens unethical?
Because you're breeding
male
them
chicks?
you're breeding them to use them for your own interests. You have what, sorry?
I have males.
You have
I
what?
have males.
Male like cockerels.
Male chickens.
Okay, what do you do with those?
Roosters and young.
Do you unalive them?
They just well I sell some of them and then I have some of them for breeding.
Okay, so let me ask: if you were in the position of the animal, somebody was using you, they were exploiting you for your reproductive system, for your body parts, they were unaliving you. They were treating you in the same way that you do with these animals. Would that be respectful towards you?
Well, I don't. It's sort of we have like a I feed them and I take care of them.
Yeah. So let's say your parents.
It's sort of like a.
They take care of you. They provide you food. Would it be respectful for them to exploit you for your body parts, for your reproductive system, and to take your life because they've been taking care of you?
I don't think that's the same kind of bond, and I don't think animals I don't think animals besides humans are on the same level as morally as people.
What do you mean they're not on the same level morally?
Like,
oh, so you think that
I don't think their lives are worth the same.
Yeah, you don't have to think that their lives are worth the same. You only have to think that their lives are more valuable than your taste pleasure or your convenience.
But I'm
It's not a comparison, Olive. I'm just putting you in that position to ask if it would be justified if you were in the position of the victim, based on what your responses are.
If I was a chicken, yeah, I think so.
No, as a human, because you can answer this question.
As a human? But that doesn't happen.
It's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical.
Yeah. What's wrong with a hypothetical?
I don't know. But I think
the reason we ask
hypotheticals
is to get an idea to understand what your moral compass is. That's why we ask hypotheticals. So it wouldn't be okay if it was happening to you, if you were in their position, right? It wouldn't be respectful.
I don't think it would be okay if a human was exploiting another human, no.
Okay, and it wouldn't be respectful. So what's the morally relevant difference between you and other animals, let's say the chickens, that justifies the difference in view?
They're chickens. They're not as
that's circular. That's a circular argument. So what is it about chickens that means that it's acceptable or it's respectful to exploit them for their body parts, but it wouldn't be to do that to a human?
It's their purpose. That's what they're made for.
So
Olive,
if
maybe I can simplify this a second. Sorry, Jem. Like So there's a difference. Olive, there's a difference between you and me, right? I'm a 34. I wish. I'm a 38-year-old man. You're a 18-year-old. I don't know what gender you are, but you said woman. You can obviously see that there's a lot of differences between us, right? The question is, do those differences justify me saying that your
But we're
purpose
still
is
both
to
humans.
Olive, do any of these differences justify me saying that your purpose is to fulfill my needs? You know, women were humans for millennia, and the people in power were saying that their purpose was to fulfill the needs of men, and that wasn't necessarily the case, was it? It seems like you're saying the same thing about animals because you have power over them. Somehow, their purpose is to fulfill your needs, when in fact they alone also want to fulfill their own purpose, just like I do. So
Well,
the
Not to fulfill
I
your needs, to fulfill your wants.
your wants,
I don't
yeah.
think I mean I know you can live without animal products, but I don't think it's I wouldn't say that it's ideal.
But before we get there, Olive, do you understand, like that before, right, in the past, just like I made sense now that there's differences between you and me, just like
Yeah.
people were claiming there were differences between men and women, none of these differences justify the oppression. So do you think that the differences between you and a chicken, let's say, justify the oppression? Be mindful that they still think, they still have emotions, and they still want to, just like you, want to be happy, want to live, want to have a family. They're just not as intelligent as you. But do you genuinely think that these other differences, the differences in intellect somehow justify, or the differences in body shape somehow justify the exploitation?
I think it's difference in species. Like we're both humans, and they're chickens.
But we're
But
also
the
Do you
both
science,
not?
animals. Chickens and humans are also both animals. So you're saying, oh, but we're both humans. Well, yeah, but what's the moral relevance of being human when other animals also have the same desire to live? They also are sentient. They also value their lives, value their families. So you just saying, oh yeah, but we're both humans, that doesn't tell you anything. It's like Chip saying, oh, but we're both men when oppressing a woman. It's a category error. You understand?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
just out of interest, like let's just say that you discovered that Chip wasn't a human. Let's just say that we discovered that he was an extraterrestrial and he came from a planet of
I
people
don't
that
think
are
that's
not.
real.
Yeah, no, but it's a hypothetical. But let's just say that we just discovered that, he was like an entity from something like Guardians of the Galaxy, and he just came from a planet that people looked identical to human beings. So you found this information out after the fact. If you found this out, would you think it would be okay to just unalive him for food, if that's a moral difference?
No.
Exactly. So whether you're a human or not doesn't dictate an entity's moral status, you would agree.
No. I don't know.
And you would just be contradicting yourself, because a moment ago you said that the thing that ascribes our moral value is just merely the property of being a human. But despite the fact that Chip now is not a human, you still think that he maintains his moral status. So you would just be contradicting yourself.
We can
Kale, could I just point out that
communicate. Yeah, you what?
I was just going to point out, could we just acknowledge that this is like an 18-year-old farmer? I don't know if they're going to understand the full concept of
Well,
naming the
I'm
trait.
educated. I don't know what you mean by
Okay.
that.
Well, no, I was just figuring like name the trait is like something that.
Like I know what the
Like,
square root of 49 is. It's 7.
okay,
Well,
cool.
I think she.
That's great.
I think
good.
I think she
That wasn't.
understands. By the way.
No, it wasn't that a lack of understanding. I was just saying it doesn't really get to the point of what we're trying to get to at this. The point is, do you acknowledge that they want to have their autonomy respected?
Yeah, probably. They probably do. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like you do.
So if they want their autonomy respected, why continue to disrespect their autonomy?
Because I am putting something into them. I am giving them food. I'm giving them shelter. I'm giving them water
That is the
and
same
care, and
case
I'm
of
getting
human
something out of them.
slavery.
What?
Same case for human slavery. It was the same case for human slavery.
Well, I don't justify slavery. It's different. That's different.
It is the same case of slavery.
But
Animals are in the same position that human
Animals are
slaves
not
are in.
slaves.
wait, Olive, what Axel is saying is that the people who enslaved humans used your exact logic to justify what they were doing. they were saying, oh, but I'm feeding the slaves, I'm providing them
But they're
nourishment for
people.
free,
Slaves
so
are
they're
people.
yeah, again, that's a category. You're just naming a category. Let me ask you this. So why should we respect humans? What is it about human beings that means that they deserve respect?
Well, for me, I'm not sure if you guys would agree, but I'm a Christian, so
No, I'm
that
asking what
I
qualities
don't know.
humans have that means that they deserve respect. Like, what is it
Well,
about humans?
I think we're at the top of the food chain. We're a lot more developed than other species.
Developed?
Like,
But we've
Developed
you look
already,
how?
around, you see
Olive,
like
we've already
humans.
established that there are differences, but you said that differences don't, the difference in intellect does not justify the exploitation. Because if you
Yeah.
think the difference in intellect justifies the exploitation, then a human being with the same cognitive capabilities as a chicken, you should be okay doing the same to them as you do to a chicken.
No, it's difference in I don't know. It's just like we're humans and they're chickens.
Yeah, that
Also,
again, that's a
human slaves.
category.
Also, human slaves were less developed than free humans.
And
They
they would.
were less.
Sorry,
ahead.
Axel. I was just going to say, and they would say, oh, yeah, but I'm white and they're black, so it's okay. Again, it's a category. You're saying, but I'm human, they're other species. Just like somebody who discriminates against women would say, but I'm a man and they're a woman, or somebody who was racist would say, but I'm this color and they're that color. It's just a category. It doesn't tell you anything. This is why I'm asking what it is about humans that means that we should respect them. So far, you've said that we're developed, but yeah, there are humans who are more developed, like physically, than other humans. Would that mean that they were justified to exploit the less developed humans?
Sorry. No.
Okay, so then that's not it then. What is it about humans that mean that we should respect them?
We're just like we're of the same species. Like if I was
Wait,
a chicken,
But we're not of the
Olive,
same
do you
gender.
believe
We're
in
not
a
of the same
soul?
race. It doesn't.
yeah, but that doesn't matter. We're all humans.
We're also
Olive, do
all
you believe in a
animals.
soul?
Do I believe in what?
In a soul.
In a what?
Soul.
Soul? Like a soul? Like people
Yeah.
have souls? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't believe in a soul, but my understanding of soul
You don't?
is that it's that thing that makes you who you are, your conscious being. So do you think that your soul, just theoretically speaking, could ever be in the body of a chicken?
No, but hypothetically, I'm sorry. If I was a chicken, I would want to protect other I'm so sorry. If I was a chicken, I would want to protect other chickens and like.
But would you want to be exploited to death by somebody who doesn't need to do it, but does it because they get pleasure from it?
No. But I'm okay. What hypothetically, if I was a, I'm so sorry. If I
think
was a
she's
chicken,
no longer taking this seriously, by the way.
no.
Yeah,
If I'm
should we
sorry,
move on?
if hypothetically I was a chicken, I would. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's move on.
I have a question though. I have a question.
Sorry, it's just yeah. We're gonna move on because it's yeah. You're not taking it seriously anymore. It's hard to have a conversation if you're not taking it seriously. Because it is a serious topic. Next we have
Hello?
Super Nerd. Hey, are you over 18? Hello? Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
Thank
over
you for
18?
letting me on. Thank you so much for letting me on the call.
Super Nerd, I just need to check if you're over 18.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And before we get into it, what's your understanding of veganism, first of all? What do you think it means
Mine?
to be vegan? Yeah.
What I believe that it means is to not be a speciesist and to be open-minded that we are not the most intelligent species and it's not right for us to exploit animals just based on the belief that we think we're smarter than everyone else.
Are you vegan?
I am vegan.
Okay.
I watched Earthlings. I really,
Yeah.
I was going to say, anybody, please just watch Earthlings. Like, just watch it once, and then let's see what you think after that. I mean, it's just, I think it's very crazy to believe that people truly believe that they're the smartest species. So if another species from another planet came here and just decided to start murdering us because we're not as smart as them, make that make sense. You know, like, animals are very intelligent, and it's very unfair to say that they deserve to die just because we don't speak the same language, and it doesn't make them unintelligent.
Definitely.
Could I say something about that? Not to pivot the conversation on a tangential note, but would it be okay if I added something? Because I've been thinking about this recently.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
of course. Yep. I just wanted to share that.
Oh, no, I wholeheartedly agree. Actually, there's the first philosophy book that I ever read that's brilliant, by the way. It's called Think by Simon Blackburn. In the introduction section of the book, he's just summarizing all of the main popular views in philosophy. And he talks about philosophy, like the popularized philosophy started with the ancient Greeks. And he's talking about Plato, the philosopher Plato's work. And in ancient Greece, because we're such a well-educated society, such a well-educated civilization, they kind of like marveled in their knowledge. They kind of like worshipped themselves in a way. But the funny thing is, in all of Plato's work, when he's talking about Socrates, and there's kind of there's debate as to whether Socrates was ever actually a real person or whether he's fictional. But in all of Plato's work, when he's writing about Socrates, despite the fact that he's the wisest and everybody thinks that he's the most intelligent, he's always the one that acknowledges that he actually doesn't know anything. So while everybody else are kind of like worshipping how intelligent they are, he's the most humble one. He's the one that says, I'm not intelligent. I don't know anything. So in actuality, true wisdom comes from not marveling in your own intelligence. It comes from understanding your limitations, actually. So I actually really agree with you wholeheartedly.
How long
That's
have you?
huge, and I love that. And again,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
go ahead.
I was just going to ask how long you've been vegan, but you can answer that after you've finished your point.
Yeah, so over 5 years now. And again, I saw someone in the comments say, oh, just let vegans in so everyone can agree. Like, I don't think that makes sense either. But it's just, how can we all not agree that there is no planet B and we are the only species who's destroying our planet? How does that make us smarter? That's just my question for those out there who are saying, oh, we're just agreeing because we're vegans. But just help me understand. If we're the smartest species and we just deserve to kill everybody else, then why are we destroying our planet if we're so smart?
Yeah, I think
I
think most people do agree with vegans. They just maybe don't understand it. Maybe they're defensive, but yeah, I think most people don't like the idea of exploiting innocent animals. They say they're animal lovers. So yeah, we already have that agreement. We're just trying to get you to be consistent with that. So yeah. I've got 20 minutes left, so I'm gonna carry on and try and get some other guests up. Chip has dropped, but yeah, Super Nerd, did you want to say anything else, or did you want to? Yeah, no worries, Chip. Thanks for coming up here. I appreciate it. Yeah, did you want to hang around, or did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you letting me speak on the call. I am a very open-minded person, and I'm not here to say that, anyone has to do what other people are doing, but I just wish that more people could take a look at things from another lens and stop believing that we're superior to the rest of the species. Like you guys have talked about racism or, women's rights. Okay, just because this is the way that we've been doing things for all these years, does that make it okay? No, it doesn't. And I just wish that some people would just be more open-minded and look at things from a different lens. I'm not saying that those tribes out in Alaska have to be vegan, or, you know, people that are truly, it's different walking down a grocery aisle when you have a choice. Each of us have a choice today, and that's all. I just wish that people could, you know, be open-minded and just watch a documentary and just see, does it make sense for us to be speciest and believe that we are just the most intelligent ones out there, because it's I mean, there's proof that that's not true.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, you're welcome to pop yourself on mute or drop off, and yeah, we'll get the next one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice to speak to you. Next we have Alan.
This guy's a troll, by the way. I've spoken to him before.
Should we move on then?
Yeah, he's a colossal waste of time, I assure you.
Okay, then we have Death Note. This guy's literally begging to come up in the chat.
Hello?
Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. So what's your understanding of veganism, first of all?
I know that veganism, it's a sort of way of living and a set of choices, sort of centered on avoiding use of animal products.
Yeah, it's the ethical principle that we should live without exploiting other animals. So it's about the exploitation. Do you think that we should respect other animals?
Obviously we should respect other animals, but at the same time it is a part of the food chain.
What is?
Because obviously people should eat meat for several reasons, like nutrition, biological and practical reasons.
Okay. So in terms of nutrition, so we can get all of our nutrients from a plant-based diet. Do you acknowledge that?
Yes, you can get your nutrients from sort of plants and things, but it's less practical, and it's also harder to digest nutrients.
I mean, the most practical thing to be would be just to unalive a human for free. You don't have to go to the grocery store and buy any produce from there, and just eat them. But again, we're talking, it doesn't matter if it's practical or not, if you're violating someone else, right? I would say that we should consider other lives over our practicality. You said that we should respect other animals. Do you think that we can truly respect them if we are exploiting them for their flesh, eggs, breast milk, or for any other purpose?
Well, obviously, I don't agree on exploiting animals. I agree on obviously letting the animal have a good life, be free range before you.
What's your understanding of exploitation? Because when I'm using the word exploitation, what I mean by that is using them in a way that goes against their interests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know what they're interested in? Have they spoken to you about that?
Well, they don't need to verbally.
Need to?
Yeah, they don't need to verbally tell us that they don't want to be used for their body. They don't want to be sent to a slaughterhouse. We can look at their behaviors and the fact that they're sentient.
Yeah, but again, we need it for our nutrients as well.
No. We've already been through that. We've already agreed that we can get all of our nutrients from a plant-based diet. So without the necessity, how can it be? You said that we should respect them, and
veganism.
We shouldn't exploit them.
Veganism is sort of an unrealistic burden of sort of nutrition.
What do you mean? It's unrealistic. We're all vegan here.
Well, in theory, like.
Theory. What are you talking about?
A planned vegan diet can meet human needs, obviously.
So
Yeah.
it requires, why are you fighting?
Loads.
Then why are you fighting to say that it doesn't?
Also a contradiction, by the way.
It's because I think vegans obviously actually love meat, and they just suck cock all the time.
Who's the vegan?
He's just saying shit at this point.
He's just
but
trolling.
They love meat though. Like,
no,
I can
we
tell
don't.
she loves meat.
So
What?
you're a little cuck. That's
No,
what
well,
you're
actually, I do
No.
like meat. I do eat vegan meat.
Vegan meat.
Yeah,
So
what's
how
your
come it
point?
can be meat if it's vegan?
We have to be empathetic with people like this, though, because his mother is paid for sexual intercourse. So.
No, she's actually not.
Well, I beg to
Okay,
differ
can we
because
just
of my
hold on?
experiential
Why are we
interactions last
getting
night.
pedantic?
Why are you talking
Why
about my
we-
mum, bro? What?
Your mother's a
Again,
very nice
like-
lady. I don't have a problem with your mother.
Then why are you talking about her being like used for sex?
Well, if you're uncomfortable with your mother's profession, that seems like an introspective problem on your part.
Well, I can also tell you like meat by your voice. I can just tell you just love it down your throat. And
Yeah, just ask your mother last night.
No, that doesn't make sense because.
Well, yeah, because I ate meat off of her naked body last night.
So you're not a vegan, no?
Owned.
I'm not when I'm not with your mother. Otherwise, I am. Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. Your mum's breasts are so nice. I literally just sit there and I just put my face in them and I just start eating them.
Bro,
and,
my
like,
mom's like
licking
in her
them nipples, bro.
70s.
She
That's
loves
kinda-
it. She's like screaming my
That's
name.
okay.
And
This is hilarious.
And I'm just and I'm drinking her
Death Note.
milk. And I'm drinking her
I
milk.
mean, if you're into grandmothers, I mean, that's
I
up to
love.
you,
Oh
but-
my god, I love them.
Can we get back to serious
Yeah,
conversation?
can we? Because
yeah, I think it's.
I don't think
fair to
this
take
guy
that.
can have a serious conversation.
This is
to be
getting
honest.
silly. I mean,
Anyway,
I'll give you another
vegans
chance.
are
But...
skinny people who don't understand.
Yeah,
getting
don't
nutrients
understand and that don't know.
Don't
Oh my
understand
gosh.
getting nutrients from
Oh my
meat
gosh, how do you get
and-
nutrients from a plant-based diet? Oh my god, look at us all failing. Look at us all dying. Look at the hospitals being
Yeah, but look at all the
filled.
vegans. They come
Oh,
out like
shut up.
with two. They come
Shut
out with like
up.
two
Just
toes,
shut
a
up.
tooth, and
Bro,
like
you
a
sound like a
single hair.
complete idiot.
All right,
Look at
I'm
you,
gonna
bro.
move on.
Death, no.
This
Muffin.
conversation.
That pig also.
This conversation has
Aw.
just gone. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he's just a kid. He's completely naive and sheltered.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening there. But anyway, I can probably take another few. So let's carry on. We've got Fluffy,
Yes, sorry about that.
the modeler.
I was just going to say sorry about that, by the way. I was just having some fun.
Okay, no worries. Fluffy's gone. Fazups, we've already spoke to Fazups. That was a troll, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was that like pseudo carnivore child.
Yeah, so we'll skip that one. Jay. Hey, are you over 18?
Hello? Huh?
Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Cool. What's your understanding of veganism?
That's gay.
Okay. So you are not over 18. You are a child. Yeah, serious conversations, guys. If you can't have a serious conversation about it, then do you even have an argument against veganism? If you have to resort to stuff like that? It's a bit immature. Baby Napalm. Are you over 18?
Yo. Yeah.
Awesome. What's your understanding of veganism?
They like don't eat meat and shit.
That's a consequence of being vegan. Why would you think a vegan might not eat meat and shit?
Because they're afraid of animals.
You really think that? You think vegans are afraid of animals? Veganism is the ethical principle that we should live without exploiting other animals. Do you think that we should respect other animals?
We do though. I mean, free range.
No. Do you think we should?
I mean, if we were, can I speak, please?
No. You can answer my question. Do you think we should respect
I'm
other
answering
animals?
your question.
Go on then.
That's what I'm trying to say. So think about it. If we were still like cavemen hunting and shit, we'd be chucking spears at them. Which is like.
Baby Napalm, what was my question?
It was, should we respect animals? And I'm getting to that.
So should we respect them? You're going off on a tangent talking about cavemen. It's just a simple question. It's yes or no.
Your friend went off a tangent about someone's mother a minute ago, so I think talking about the actual subject.
Let's just respond to the question that she's asking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, but you're not letting me. So
You're going off on a tangent, so I'm going to interrupt.
You
if you're not
haven't, 'cause
answering the
every 5 fucking
question.
seconds you've interrupted me.
Yeah, because you're not answering the question. You're going off on a tangent talking about cavemen. I'm just asking, should we respect other animals? It's a simple question.
Should we?
Yeah, if you don't answer,
we
then
do.
I'll move on. We should?
Okay, all right. I'll keep it short. A lot of people do.
No, it's not do we. I'm not asking if we do. I'm asking if we should.
You just are okay. Should we? Yeah.
We should. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that it's possible to respect them if we're exploiting them at the same time?
How are we exploiting animals?
We're using them in a way that goes against their interests. That's
And why are we doing that?
That's exploitation. Why are we doing that?
What can I ask why
For
we're doing
money,
that? Though?
pleasure, convenience? I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who does it.
Yeah, because protein's good for you. It has nutrients. Don't get me wrong. You can get those nutrients from a vegan diet, but we are omnivores. We are, and
what's an omnivore?
Speak? An omnivore, someone who eats plants.
I'm not going to let you gish gallop. Yeah, so somebody
what?
Gish gallop. I'm going to address the points as you're making them.
Gallop?
Yeah.
What's a gish gallop?
It's when you move on to several different points. So
it's when you throw a number of different points at the same time and instead of allowing her the opportunity
I'm
to respond.
Make one point, but I get
why are you you're literally telling me I'm interrupting while you're interrupting? You're gish galloping, just throwing a number of points, not allowing her the opportunity to respond to any of the individual points.
I respect
okay,
that.
good.
Okay, so can we respect them and exploit them at the same time?
In ways, yeah.
Okay. So would it be possible for somebody to respect you if they're exploiting you? So if they're using you for your body parts, for your reproductive organs, they're using you against your interests. Would that be respectful?
Can I compare my life to an animal's here?
I'm asking if that would be respectful or not.
The thing is, it's deeper than just a yes or no question.
No, it's
I would
not,
just kick him off if he doesn't respond.
It's not, because if you say, no, that's not respectful, then we can talk about why it's different for you versus another species. Just you.
Can I talk about why it's different? Can I talk about
no,
why it's different
you can answer the question. You can answer the question,
okay,
and then we can address that.
I respect that.
So, would it be respectful for somebody to use you against your interests and exploit you at the same time?
If the life they're giving me before that is better than what I'd have in the wild, then yes.
What?
That's not the question that she asked you.
Okay, all right, but the problem is, I agree on veganism with like slaughterhouses.
He's not going to engage directly
if you're
with
not
what
going
you're
to answer
asking.
the question,
could I try something?
I'm going to move on. I mean, you can try it, Axel. It's just that if he's not answering my question, he's not going to answer yours. It's kind of pointless, really.
Is this a debate or just questions?
A debate
is
a discussion.
Yeah, but a debate allows both parties to talk and share their views.
Yeah, they do, but when they respond to the questions that are being posed, not just bloviate vacuously.
But
that's
the
entire
only thing
point.
that I can respond with right now is yes or no.
Just out of interest, could you repeat back what I just said to you? Like, vindicate that you're not absorbing anything that anyone's saying. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm listening to what people are saying, and then I'm trying to respond. I get interrupted 3 seconds later.
What did I just say to you then?
I'm not listening, so I can care less.
Exactly, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, if you're not listening, then it's literally pointless having you up here.
I know, I'm trying to have a debate, but I also don't want. I want to.
You've just said you can't. You just said you're not listening. How can you have a debate when you're not listening to the opposition's point? That is so dumb. Yeah, you can't have a debate if you're not listening to the other perspective. And I mean, I'm happy for people to ask me questions, but I'd also like to ask mine first to get an idea of to show that you're here in good faith. And if you're not answering my questions, then you're not here in good faith. Should we try for one more? We got next. Mudder Bear. Is that... Hey, are you over 18?
Hello?
Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah.
What's your date of birth? Okay, it shouldn't take that long to know what your date of birth is. Let's try someone else. Next we have Alan.
Oh, he's the same troll, by the way. He's the same waste of time.
How do you know?
I've spoken to him before.
Okay.
Oh, I've spoken to him before. He's a complete troll.
I'm really not.
Got same people. Fazup's Baby Napalm and Death Note want to come back. Zendaya. Zendaya. Hey, are you over 18? Hello? Hello? I'm not getting any sound, by the way. No? Okay. Let's try another one. Let's try Michael and Mischief. Hey,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you over 18?
Yes, I was born November 6, 2002.
Awesome. Can I call you Michael, or is there another preferred name?
You can call me Michael.
Michael, okay. So what's your understanding of veganism, first of all, Michael?
My understanding of veganism is it's someone who refrains from eating meat or animal products either due to ethical concerns or due to dietary restrictions.
Yeah, so dietary restrictions, I would say that that would be just somebody who's consuming a plant-based diet. The reason I would say that is because veganism goes beyond what we eat. So it's the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals, and that's for like any purpose. So not for entertainment or testing or for their skin, you know, for leather. Vegans wouldn't wear that. So it goes beyond that. So would you agree that we should respect other animals?
Yes, and I actually, I lived as a pescatarian for a long time. I lived next to the coast, so I would actually fish my own food. I use all vegan makeup and skin products, and I actually own pet rats. I own like rather uncared for animals. They eat meat, and I've only just had to start eating meat again because I had a muscle replacement for my muscle, which torn in half. And I was skipped over on the muscle replacement list because I had such low levels that my nutritionist and surgeon said that I would have to consider start eating meat to help meet those goals.
So what is it from meat that they were saying that you require?
What did she have replaced also?
Replaced. I had it torn in half for about 15 years. I was misdiagnosed for a long time. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
What is that? Can you define that?
Oh, definitely. It's a connective tissue disorder, and pretty much that means I don't make enough collagen to support my muscles or tissues in my body, so all of my joints can dislocate.
Oh, you managed to define that accurately this time. That's good. But what's the argument that you would have to consume meat for that, though?
My doctor was I had a surgeon. I had a whole team. I had 5 different doctors and 2 nutritionists who worked with me to try and find a diet that worked. And with Ehlers-Danlos, you have a lot of GI issues as well because your pancreas and all of that is muscles. And so
why would meat help any of that, though?
Because it creates.
Yeah, she's gonna go look up. I've spoken to her before, by the way.
Oh
no,
my God.
I've never talked to you before. Who are you?
I've spoken to you multiple times.
No,
I'm fairly sure.
I'm fairly sure I spoke to her. I've never spoken on a vegan live before.
Oh my
Please do
lord.
not spread fake
I'm
rhetoric
actually sure
just because
that
you disagree with my condition.
Pretty
this
sure
is
that
very inappropriate for a
I'm
conversation.
pretty sure that I spoke to her on your live, actually, by the way, Jem.
I've never been
Actually,
online.
I just looked it up, and you
Publicly.
can live actually very healthy on a plant-based diet with this syndrome. So,
Oh,
Not
I'm
if
well
you
aware
have
of that, by the way.
connected
There's,
GI issues because of POTS and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
I've
Just
spoken
because
to
you
her
guys
multiple
don't
times, by the way.
we
But just
have
out of
not
interest, like,
spoken
what's the actual evidence, though, that meat actually helps any of those conditions, though?
because I was able to get back on the list and have the surgery.
Okay, so it's just anecdotal. So if I just said to you, I have this really rare condition where the only way that, you know, my psychological or physiological plight can be helped is just by killing puppies, you would just believe me?
Okay, first of all, you're not a doctor. Second
Notice
of
how
all, I
she didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
Why
it's kind
are-
of
no,
pointless
doesn't-
having a conversation then.
This isn't a conversation.
And you know, it's 10 o'clock anyway, so yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah.
Do you remember one time at all, quite recently, she came up and she was totally unhinged, and you said, "Oh, I think these people are like paid by the meat industry." Do you recall that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was her. Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, it's suspicious how many of these people I see coming on vegan lives, and you know, it's bizarre. They can never answer the questions directly, and yeah, provide evidence for their claims. Is I don't know.
Yeah, and by the way, the last time that we spoke to her on your live, her friend came up a moment later and had exactly the same condition, even though they're only like 1 in 50 million people have it or something.
Yeah.
They're so dishonest.
It's crazy. Okay.
Amazing.
Well, I'm gonna have to go because it's 10 o'clock, and yeah, that's my clock off time. But it's been fun. I've
Time
enjoyed
flies.
it. It does, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
thanks for having me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for
Hit
being
like,
up.
hit subscribe, tell your friends, join the channel membership, do all the things, people.
Yeah, for anybody who we haven't been able to chat with, I do these every week, so I'll be back next Tuesday, 7:30. So you're welcome to come and speak to me then. If you do give me a follow, I believe you get a notification when I'm live. So yeah, hopefully we can get to talk next time. And yeah, if you're not vegan, why aren't you vegan? Check out the resources here. Watch Dominion. Yeah, it's important to question what we've been conditioned and how we've been raised, rather than just accept things as they are. But yeah, no, it's been cool, guys. Thank you everybody who's been on the panel, including Chip, who's no longer here, and everybody who's stuck around as well in the comments section. All the vegans who have been combating the trolls and stuff like that. Cool. No, thank you. Cool. All right. Well,
thanks, John.
I hope to see you guys next week and enjoy the rest of your week.
You too. Thank you.
All right. See you later. I'm gone. Right. That's a wrap. Yeah. We are done. And now addressing YouTube. I will come to YouTube now. So I take it I didn't get any ads in the end. I'll turn them off. I might turn them back on so anybody who's watching it not live will maybe get ads. Yeah, I don't know how much it makes a difference, but I don't know. If it helps me do more activism, then that'd be cool. But yeah, thank you to everybody who stuck around. Much appreciated. And thank you to anybody who's moderated on YouTube. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you for keeping it a nice space. What about all the non-vegans combating the vegan trolls? What vegan trolls? This is a vegan channel. Why would there be vegan trolls on a vegan channel? That's weird. Yeah, so appreciate it. It was an interesting one for sure. And there were some interesting people, but we had some honest people as well, which is cool. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for everybody who stuck around. Thank you to everybody who moderated. To those who donated, again, much appreciated. I'll be back next week. I'm going to post my speech from NARD hopefully tomorrow for members. They'll get first look at that, and yeah, I'll put some more content out soon. Voldemort's turban, are you even vegan? Yeah, because sorry, I'm just looking at my leg because it hurts. Oh, someone, I probably got an injury from work. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys later. It's been fun. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, or if it's evening, enjoy the rest of your evening and week, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. I don't like saying bye. I miss you guys in the week. But they do come around fast. So yeah, catch you all soon. Yeah, I'm not making a non-vegan a moderator. Are you mad? Why would I do that? You're not on the side of the animals. Yeah, you're like against the animals. Why would I make you moderator? That's crazy. I never thought about this stuff much till recently. Tremendo. So there's a cool speech which is linked on here. It's called The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. And yeah, it kind of challenges the way that you think, the way that we've been conditioned. You know, we're all born into this world and we're told, you know, this is how it is and this is how you are. And I think that we need to question it, because you know, if we carry on going along with it and just accepting things how they are, then how will we ever improve as a society? Yeah, I'm not having non-vegan mods. That's just crazy talk. But yeah, all right, cool. I'm going now. You listen. Yeah, listen. Give it a listen. What have you got to lose? All it's going to do is challenge your mindset, and you know, you might resonate with it, you might not. So it's called The Most Important Speech You Will Ever Hear. It's linked on here, so you can print screen. He doesn't see a problem with all the lives he's taken. Yeah, that's crazy. He's here to feel better about his choices. Why would he feel better about his choices by listening to vegan content? That's weird. If I wanted to feel better about my choices to be violent towards others, I'd probably want to stick my fingers in my ears and go la 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 la, and not confront it. So yeah, I think the link is in my bio, or no, my where is it? It's in my description also. Okay. He's a creep and needs banning. I don't know. I think he does well for the algorithm. So as long as he's not breaking any rules, I don't mind if it gets more views for the animals. So yeah. Anyway, I'm actually gonna go now. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Voldemort's turban. Go vegan. Stop exploiting innocent little animals. Let us know how it goes, Trem. Yeah, Trem. We'll be back next week. Yeah, you eat meat because you were served it. Yeah. I was the same. And it's sick when you think about it. I used to be fed like tongues and asses and all kinds of different animals. I was brought a meat pie once. I don't even know who I was bloody eating. It was just a meat pie that I was given as a kid. What do you mean meat pie? What, from who? I don't even know. I was fed all this horrible shit, and yeah, I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't. But then, yeah, I realised, well, now I can take charge of my choices and live in alignment with my views, not with what society or with what my parents taught me to grow up with. You know, now I make my own choices. Yeah, so gross. I could have been eating like anyone. I could have been eating like a cat or a dog. Not that that's much worse than eating any other animal. But yeah. Takes people like you to show people the other side. Yeah, Tram, it's not just me. You know, I'm just one of many vegans who do this. Yeah, I would say watch that speech if you can. I think that, yeah, it does question what we've been sort of raised to believe, and it challenges our mindset, way of thinking, what we've been taught, and you know, allows us to like think outside the box and come to terms with what our own morals are. So it'd be cool if you could give that a watch and see what you think after that, or come back next week and we'll have a chat on the live. Yeah, but I really am going now. So yeah, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.